What is going on, Don't Unfriend Me Nation? Happy Red Friday. Hope everyone's doing well. We've got a ton of invitations out to some people around the internet who want to cause trouble and say things, and I've invited them on. There's an up-and-comer who I invited to the show. We'll see if he shows up. I seriously doubt. He's a new guy. He's cutting his teeth. He's progressive, and honestly, I don't think he has the chops to show up. And but you know what? I give a platform to everybody. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. My wonderful wife Olivia is right next to me. Hi, baby.
Hi.
You ready for a good weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Ready to get caught up on some laundry and do some cleaning.
That's what a good woman should do. I appreciate it. Maybe cook a little bit too. I'm just
thinking a pot pie.
A little pot pie would be good. Wouldn't mind a pot pie.
Could I have Pepsi?
Yes, Pepsi. We got a good show. We got a call-in line. We got all that. We'll be back about 4 minutes tonight. It's Red Friday. We'll be right back. Wanda Reed, I see you. I see you, Wanda Reed.
Did you turn the mics back?
I haven't seen. Yeah, well, no, I'm talking to the world here. Yeah, turn them on. Wanda Reed, I see you. Your USA 1776 shirt. 13 Stars of Faith hoodie. Try that in a small town. Documents of Freedom bundle. Holy moly. What a great buy. Thanks so much, Wanda, for picking something up. I haven't seen you and heard from you in forever. So good to be here. If I'm thinking of the same Wanda.
Are you tired of being so confused? You feel like you're more fucked up than the lies on the evening news. Well, just step right in. We can talk about it.
You guys wouldn't mind, please share like crazy on Twitter. We need a huge Twitter night. I want to get a lot of people on tonight. Let's go.
It's Red Friday, RED Friday, which stands for Remember Everyone Deployed. A movement designed to honor veterans and deployed U.S. troops by wearing a red shirt every Friday. As simple as that may be, Red Friday is a great way to back those who serve our country. Go to dumbshow.com and search for Red Friday to get your red on.
Get a sec, check out my buddy Matthew Spear over there at the Dumb Show. Dumbshow.com. Get to see people like yours truly right here. Maybe that's a reason for you to not check it out. But check it out anyway. There's a lot of people better than me on there that a lot better stories. But check them out, dumbshow.com. Matt, take care, buddy. God bless you, everyone.
What's going on, everybody? Matthew Spear from the Don't Unfriend Me.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree. We can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
What's going on, everybody? Oh, Yenny, I mean, you just got in here, you little turd. I mean, that cat. Can we turn her into a rug?
Should make a very small rug.
Maybe we could clone her. You know? Or something.
Maybe.
Something like that.
Maybe.
Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me Show, everybody. Matt Spear from the Don't Unfriend Me Show and Olivia from the Don't Unfriend Me Show. It's good to have everybody here.
Hello.
We've got a goal tonight, obviously, and we would appreciate it if you would take a look at that once we get the donation link up. And Liv, what else? I mean, what else? What else?
A couple of housekeepings. Just want to call on all our prayer warriors for Sandra Edwards. She has a tumor in her bladder and she's at the hospital right now. She had a stress test done today and it went very well. Now we're just waiting on the cardiologist to see if she can actually go through surgery to get it out. So we're waiting to hear. So anyway, if you all could pray about that.
Yeah.
And pray about her. That would be fantastic.
Yeah. Very, very cool. I talked to her today. She was good. I talked to her on the text string. So she says, she's okay. I told her, hang in there. We'll see when she gets back. Speaking of Tonto, the Battle Line podcast was their last episode. Their last one was episode 300, and Tonto and team are no longer doing the podcast. So I reached out to him and I said, just wanted to say how much I appreciated his show. And of course, we hope he comes back. He's a good friend of the show. We love him to death. He's a good man. And we'll bring him back.
Yes.
We got an interesting show tonight. Definitely. I'm starting something new. Is when I'm starting to go to other pages and I'm starting to engage with other people, and then obviously challenging them to come into the show and have a conversation. And it's a good thing. And we're trying to do that. And we want to get more people in here. And of course, some might be contentious and aggravated and angry, and hopefully most of them are calm. Let you guys know, Documents of Freedom box, it's right here. And Wanda, let me know, did you want the box as well? Let me know. We can fix it. I can change the order for you. But it is really nice to have the box, because then you get all three books. You get the Declaration, you get the Constitution, and you get the Bill of Rights. And then you have a position for a fourth book too, if you want one of those. All made of wood, made by PFC flag. Documents of Freedom's available. All right. Now that we've done that,
can I read something before we go forward? I forgot to tell you.
I don't know. Can you?
May I read something, sir?
I'll allow you to. I'll allow it.
Thank you. I read
You're
it
gonna
today.
You're gonna have to unplug the Facebook clicker real quick, and then plug it back in. But
How about you do it while I read this?
Nobody wants to stare at my board shorts. Everybody wants to stare at your shorts.
Okay.
So why don't you do it?
Okay.
Because it's Friday, and everyone knows Friday. Friday is funk day. It's not just Red Friday. It's Olivia and Matt are off together, and we get to. You did that on purpose. We get to wake up in bed together without having her go to work and me go to work, and then basically it's 2-second kiss, and then we're gone. So we get to cuddle, and God, listen, I'm whipped. There's no doubt about it. Please don't hurt Trump. I'll take President Trump. Let me see him. It's okay. We're waiting. Liv, grab it with 2 fingers, pull it straight out, put it right back in. That's what she said. Okay, we're almost done. Matt, try Mercado Media. I don't know what that is. What's Mercado? I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know what we're talking about. President Trump's ready to go. Fight. What'd you do? Oh, it's okay. Biden's used to falling. It's fine. Liv, here's President Trump. Treat him with respect. 45 and 47 needs your love. Okay. All right. No, turn the other way. He's not looking up AOC's skirt. He's not going to grab her by no, keep turning it. Turn it towards the other door. Yeah, there it is. Good for you. You did a great job. Okay, come tell your story. Nice shorts.
Thanks. You just wanted to.
I did, and I successfully caught an eyeful. All right, let's go.
Hang on, I gotta get plugged back in.
No problem, Wanda. Just wanted to check. Okay, Liv, read your story. What is taking so long? My God, woman.
It's gonna be a long freaking weekend.
It's not going to be a long weekend. We got to go to church. We got to do Charlie's funeral. By the way, folks, we will be covering Charlie's funeral memorial on Sunday.
Yes.
We'll come back from church, and we'll be doing a show.
Yes.
So just be prepared for it. Sunday, be here. Be ready to rock and roll.
It starts at...
You kind of want to see the statues. There they are. You got AOC, you got Obama, you have Hillary, you have Joe, you have Kamala, Dr. Fauci, and Bernie. And then, of course, President Trump. Go ahead.
So it starts at 3 our time, I think. No, 2 our time, 11 o'clock Pacific, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. All right. So anyway, I read this today. I don't know if this is true.
Well, then don't read it.
But
don't read it.
No, it had a good message.
Let me see it.
It had a
I'm gonna
good
tell you, hold on.
message. Told you. Had a good message. So
I read that fast.
yes. So
It's a good message. It's not true, but it's a good message. Go for it.
So my daughter came home from school and said, this was not Hayden. Okay. Mom, you're not going to believe what happened in history class today. Her teacher told the class they were going to play a game. He walked around the room and whispered to each kid whether they were a witch or just a regular person. Then he gave the instructions. Form the biggest group you can without a witch. If your group has even one, you all fail. She said the whole room instantly lit up with suspicion. Everyone started interrogating each other. Are you a witch? How do we know you're not lying? Some kids clung to one big group, but most broke off into smaller exclusive cliques. They turned away anyone who seemed uncertain, nervous, or gave off even the slightest hint of being guilty. The energy shifted fast. Suddenly everyone was suspicious of everyone. Whispers, finger pointing, side eyes, trust dissolved in minutes. Finally, when all the groups were formed, the teacher said, all right, time to find out who fails. Witches, raise your hand. And not one hand went up. The whole class exploded. Wait, you messed up the game. And then the teacher dropped the bomb. Did I? Were there any actual witches in Salem, or did everyone just believe what they were told? My daughter said the room went dead silent. That's when it hit them. No witch was ever needed for the damage to happen. Fear had already done its work. Suspicion alone divided the entire class, turning community into chaos. And isn't that exactly what we're seeing today? Different words, same playbook. Instead of witch, it's liberal, conservative, vaxxed, unvaxxed, pro this, anti that. The labels shift, but the tactic is the same. Get people scared, get them suspicious, get them divided, then sit back while trust crumbles. The danger was never the witch. The danger is the rumor, the suspicion, the fear, the planted lies. Refuse the whisper. Don't play the game, because the second we start hunting witches, we've already lost. That's why I said I wanted to read it. It has a lot to do with what is going on today. So anyway, I just thought it had a good message. It's kind of like that, the blue-eyed, green-eyed, brown-eyed.
By Jane Elliott in 1968?
Yeah, that did that in the classroom. Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of it before.
Yes.
Um,
and if it's true, that's honestly a good lesson.
If the witch weighs as much as a piece of wood, she's a duck. And the ducks. And what do ducks do? Ducks flute. That's right. So, if she burns, and we threw her in the water and she flutes, we should be able to light her on fire, and if she burns, she's wood, which therefore makes her a witch. A witch, that's right, burn her.
Is that from my
here's the thing. Jane Elliott was a freaking kook. She was nuts. 1968, Jane Elliott performed an experiment. The blue-eyed people, green-eyed people, and the brown-eyed people. And what she did is she did just what Olivia said, and she divided these kids into. Will you tell them I didn't prepare for this?
Yeah, no, he had no idea. I totally forgot him. Forgot to tell him I wanted to read something. So
yeah. So anyway, Jane Elliott did this experiment where she separated the children, and basically she started to play divisions, and she created a middle group, which would be like an upper class, a middle class, and a lower class. And she divided the lower class into a group of brown-eyed people. And then the upper class would be the blue-eyed people. And of course, this is direct symbolism and comparison contrast to the Nazi movement of certain people are this and certain people are that. So she would have a child come up and do a mathematical question and said, well, you're a blue-eyed person, so this should be very easy for you. And the child would do it. And then, a brown-eyed person would come up. Mike Snails, welcome. And she'll be like, well, you're a brown-eyed person. This question's too hard for you. Let me give you an easier question. And then they would divide lunch, where the blue-eyed people would get a little more milk and a little more cookies, and then the brown-eyed people would get less cookies, and then the middle people would just get somewhere in between. And the middle people stayed complacent. They never stood up. They never argued. They never yelled. But what they found is that the middle people and the lower class wanted to become a part of the blue-eyed people. And when they couldn't, because the color of the eyes were not proper, there became resentment and hatred, and then obviously tribalism was thrown out the window, and it compartmentalized people based upon their overall feeling of insignificance or self-worth. And it's a wonderful experiment. She was a batshit crazy person, horrible human being, but very, very good experiment. The problem is the school stopped doing it. That's how I know the story's not true. So they wouldn't degrade by doing it by witches, because you know what's going to happen. Mommy, Daddy, I went, and guess what I learned today? What was that? I learned witchcraft at school. I mean, give me a break with everything that's going on. So either way, it's a good story. It's fun, and it's got a good meaning, and that's great. But they burned a lot of witches. They were definitely, demonic and evil human beings, and they deserved to die because they were making pacts with the dark arts. Women do that kind of thing. Especially women with cats. What's one of your favorite movies, by the way?
Hocus Pocus.
What? Say it again.
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus. And you're a Love Potion number 9 fan, too. I'm not mistaken.
I've seen it like once or twice.
You
maybe.
love that. That movie's fantastic. It's amazing. Sandra Bullock in that movie. She doesn't look like Sandra Bullock at all. Mm-mm. And she never had any work done or anything, which is really trippy. But if you look at her in Love Potion number 9, she's still pretty. But she's not like Miss Congeniality, like
well, she was young and
Sister
she was just
Sarah
starting
song
off.
Walking Out. What's the name of that song that they do? Something Sally.
Yeah,
like
something
like Smokehouse Sally or something like that. Yeah, I know, but it's
Mustang Sally.
Mustang Sally. Yeah, that. And then she walks out in that purple thing that basically looks like it's 17 sizes too small. A wooga, dive, flood tubes 3 and 4. All right, let's get to it. Mustang Sally. Mike Lynch knows. Mike's gay. Of course he knows that song. God, Lynch. We need to get you a girlfriend. 976 Lynch. If any witches are out there, you might want to call
My God.
Mike Lynch Floaties. All right. So, folks, real quick. We always like to warm up the first 20 minutes of the show, kind of chatting and talking. We're gonna cover some stuff tonight. I wanted to touch on something real quick. This kind of frustrated me today. I'm not gonna lie. And when I say frustrated, it's not like I was like mad or anything. I was just kind of like, if you're gonna do something and you're gonna take the time to write something, you probably should make sure that it's right. Because if it's not, you're opening yourself up to your reputation being damaged. Mm-hmm. And some people don't care about that. I care about that. It's very important to me. But some people don't. This is Josh Green. Josh Green's a progressive, self-declared progressive. Sandy says, I love Hocus Pocus 2. Also a witch. Okay, got it.
He's making notes, people.
I'm calling Donald Trump. It's going to be called the Witch Act. We're coming for you. Mawa. Make America witch free again? I don't know.
That'd be Mafwa. Mafa.
Sure. Okay. So here's the thing.
That means every single Democratic politician needs to skedaddle.
Elizabeth Warren is, I've heard, 1 and 1024th witch.
That's true.
That's what I've heard. So here it is. John Green. He wrote this tweet. Now Josh is a progressive, looks to be between 20 and 25 years old, younger kid, probably just out of college, has no job, and decided, hey, I'm going to try to get on the internet and make it work and create a career. Have fun with that, Josh. Let me know how it works out. Because, literally, people who tried to sail to North America, the success rate was 1 in 1,200. The rate of being successful at a podcast in the United States, you may as well try to go ahead and play the lottery. And have an encounter with a great white shark in an airplane at 30,000 feet. There are
Sharknado 17 coming to a theater near you.
Holy shit. I've told you should talk more, but I don't know if that's what I was looking for. I'm just not going to lie. I don't know if that, but that's good. Don, can you hold on? Oh, you know what, Don, that's fine. Hang tight, Don. Let me get this question. Will you? Here, let me screenshot it. Actually, I'll just pin it. I got it favored. Okay. So Josh, it's really hard to make it in this business. It's not easy. And everyone's just like, oh, well, if that, old guy who's a veteran can do it, and, we can do it. It takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication, 16-hour days, and it's not easy. And you've got to have a good group of friends. You got to be a good person, which is tough for me. That's why I have Olivia here. And it's easy to get discouraged. Like last week, 75 million interactions. Holy crap, this is easy. And this week, it's a little slow. And this is the way it worked. A little slow. We've gained 5,000 views, and I'm like, it's slow. But that's what happens when you start hitting it. But anyway, Josh is going to figure out really quick that he's a dime a dozen, because when you lie to your audience or you're dishonest with people, they will catch up to you. Now, just because liberals or the right side is coming and challenging you, that doesn't mean you're dishonest. It's when your people who you supposedly represent find out that you're lying, they will stop coming around. That's just what happens. And this is what a lot of people do, is they do clickbait and then they're not successful at it. The good ones will do a little bit of clickbait and then be, extremely honest, but more from their textual side or photographs, things to get you baited in. And then once they're in, they're okay. The real good ones, who usually aren't the biggest, are the ones like Damani, or the ones like Ryan Samuels or Tonto on Battle Line Podcast. These are the guys who are just straight up honest at all times. And I like to think that we're in that realm, and we're doing fairly well. But this is Josh Green, and this is what he posted. And he says, just going to leave this here. Charlie Kirk was a racist. Charlie Kirk was an Islamophobic. Charlie Kirk was anti-Semitic. Charlie Kirk was homophobic. Charlie Kirk was transphobic. Charlie Kirk didn't deserve to die, but
Charlie Kirk was sexist. You missed that one.
Did I say sexist?
No,
Oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed that was already known. Everyone knows that. Yeah. Charlie Kirk he didn't like witches. Charlie Kirk didn't deserve to die, but he surely should not be celebrated. Well, okay. The only thing, first of all, congratulations. Everything you said in that post was completely fabricated and false. Even that you think he shouldn't die, because it's obvious you do. You're a progressive. That's what you guys do. Progressives murder their political opponents. That's what you've done through history. So you can't sit here and say, or you would admonish the Progressive Party and the things that it does, because communism and socialism is responsible for the death of 100 to 120 million people, depending upon your disposition. So you can't sit here and tell me you don't believe in political murder, because you do. Ooh, I got an angry reaction. Ooh, must be you should call in, person who got triggered. Or the person with fat fingers, because that happens too. Just in case you're looking, there's the phone number. You can call in. I wrote some things down because I like to do that. I don't need to. I can do this from memory, but I expected to do this in a debate, or at least that he would have the gumption to call in. I mean, this would be good for your show, for you to come in here and just wipe the floor with me. Charlie Kirk wasn't a racist. Can you think of some reasons why Charlie Kirk wasn't a racist, Liv? I mean, we have a close personal friend.
Damani. He was friends with Damani, and he reached out to Damani personally.
Yeah. He was friends with Candace Owens, but of course, this young man decided to make a video and said that Candace Owens is a token black person. Wow, it's just like, what would we call that? What does Hayden say when she thinks somebody's cute? Low-key cute?
Yeah, low-key.
That's just low-key
something.
racist, bro?
Yeah.
Really? White boys, you let your mask slip. Progressives are predominantly racist too. I don't know if you know that, but we can go into that. Jews. Oh wait, Hitler wasn't a progressive. I have another slide that I want to show you. You're really gonna love. If you came on the show, you would know it. This is standard from leftists. This is an argument. You shut down all conversation by saying someone's racist, but Charlie Kirk wasn't racist. TPUSA had one of the most diverse staffs out of any conservative network of its size, and even below that, black employees had gay and lesbian employees. Had Christians, had Muslims, had Jews. There was massive diversity there. And also women, because you said he was a sexist too. If you look at the chapters of TPUSA, and these are now going to be in the tens of thousands, because the chapters are going off the chart. It's communal. So you see a sense of tribalism there. It reflects the demographics of the community, which is what you supposedly want with equity, right? Even though there's no such thing to establish equity, we can establish equality and representation of the demographics in the neighborhoods we live in, and also the places that we work or go to school. And that's what these chapters do. I forgot Asians too. Sorry. You had immigrants working for TPUSA. He preached meritocracy. That was one of the things he did. He always talked about meritocracy. It wasn't DEI. It wasn't get there because of your skin color or, because you came from a certain area of financial distress. It was all about what you could do based upon the merit of your work. Individual self-worth was important. Opportunity for all, used in a lot of his comments. That's the very definition of anti-racism. And Charlie didn't put people in position because of their skin color, which is the definition of racism. So your first moniker that you placed upon Charlie was completely false. And I just proved you wrong. And I have a black friend, one of them, and he says that Charlie's not racist. So I'm going to take his word for it. Charlie Kirk was an Islamophobe. No, Charlie Kirk hated terrorists. I really don't need to go any further. He didn't really care about anything. He was absolutely open that the Nation of Islam was a beautiful people and a beautiful religion. Not only did he have wonderful things to say about people from Afghanistan and people that he met, he never said that there was some sort of demonic application to the Nation of Islam. He never disparaged anyone from the Muslim religion. And that just wasn't his thing. And he never said that Jews were superior in any way, shape, or form, or Christians were superior. It's deliberately dishonest. He couldn't stand radical Islam, just like most people can't, because it's antithetical to Christianity, it's antithetical to our republic, and it's just antithetical to the natural and God-given laws of this land. He wasn't for it. But he openly defied persecution of Muslims. And I think the biggest thing is when I think about him, he really focused on the peaceful faith versus the violent extremism inside the Muslim religion. And he challenged those things. But that's certainly not Islamophobic, is it?
No.
I mean, progressives went ahead and murdered people for their religion. In fact, progressives and socialists, usually the first thing that they do besides banning guns is banning God. So if anybody has issue with religion and persecuting people for their aforementioned religion, that would be progressives. Charlie Kirk was anti-Semitic. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Do I even need to go into this?
No.
No, seriously. That's like saying a porn star doesn't like silicone. I'm just baffled. Like, dude, do you even Charlie Kirk? I mean, that's what I got to ask you that question. Do you even Charlie Kirk, bro? I'm not even going to, I mean, I guess I could. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm just saying, I mean, this is the dumbest comment ever. It's like saying progressives don't like bread lines. I can't even talk to you right now. You're just disappoint the shit out of me. Charlie Kirk was sexist. That's completely false. He coveted his wife. Absolutely based most of his opinions on the matriarch and patriarchal society. That women were to be adored, women were to be protected, mothers were to be respected and loved in the Christian faith. Completely false. He boosted so many different women into the field of conservatism. And TPUSA was responsible for creating ambassadors who were women and leaders inside the organization. His wife is taking over as CEO. If he believed that women couldn't do the job, then why would the board put her in place? It's just so stupid. Charlie Kirk was homophobic. Why? Because he believes that marriage is in between a man and a woman? Well, that's what the Bible says. That's his faith. When you guys pick up the Saul Alinsky playbook or you start reading the Communist and Soviet state or start reading into Marxist-Leninism, don't you have things that you believe in? Distribution of power, the welfare state. People believe in certain things in ideology. It doesn't make him homophobic. He never condemned homosexuality. He believed it was a sin, and it wasn't his place to condemn it. Because in his faith, it is a sin. His focus wasn't on adults. It was on indoctrination of children, on gender-affirming care, on chemical castration. He had nothing to label anything about the lazy activist approach that he was homophobic. Once again, just more things to shut down the conversation. Charlie Kirk was transphobic. He opposed irreversible medical surgeries, chemical castration, and brainwashing children to believe that they should be somehow ashamed of their whiteness or their blackness or their faith. He didn't care about those things. It's not hatred, it's common sense. 6-year-olds shouldn't be making decisions like that unless you believe they should be driving cars and smoking and consuming pornography and R-rated movies. Charlie Kirk didn't deserve to die. I'm sorry, and I'm going to say this as honestly as I can. Based upon the things that you wrote, why would you want him to live? If you truly believe that a human being has that much hate and that much animosity for the human species around him, why wouldn't you want him to die? And that's your problem, because people like you believe that shit, and you are helping that. And I notice, kid, I've got one thing to say, is I notice you waited for him to die before saying anything like that, because Charlie Kirk probably would have brought you into his bosom, given you a platform, and let you make any case that you want. But what you did is what most sniveling little children do, is you waited for the opportunity to come up where he can't fight back, and then you punch him in the nose. You disrespect his wife. You disrespect the millions of people who adored and loved him. And honestly, you should do better. I'll tell you what, you want the success of being successful. It's knowing when you're wrong. You should have come on the show tonight. I know you saw it. I know you saw it. Nobody is going to miss who's trying to grow. A person with 305,000 followers likes your page. Why? Because Facebook puts it at the top and it stays there until you click on it. Because they want you to like my page so our forces join and they get more money. You saw it, you little dick, and you didn't come on. We'll see if you succeed in this business. You're not off to a good start. 98,000 followers or no. All right. Matt, Don Bradley here for the show. Starting this early with a donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Don. Matt, I've been wanting to ask all week and would love your input. My husband and I were talking about the death penalty for the psychopath who killed Charlie. He said the firing squad was not off the table. I want the most painful thing for this man, whether he's executed. What do you think about firing squad as opposed to electric chair? Like, I'm all about a burlap sack that's 9 feet tall, with a couple hundred paper cuts on all the extremities that are the most sensitive on the body, and throw them in there with a bunch of rats and come back in a week and be still alive, heal him and do it again. But guess what? That's not going to bring Charlie back.
No.
I am a supporter of the death penalty when it's deserved. I think he should die. And I don't care whether it's by lethal injection, a firing squad, or a bag of rats. I don't think he's going to get the death penalty. That's the problem. Premeditation is there. Yes. And here's the saddest thing is that these prosecutors and the defense are going to say this. He fired 1 shot, 1 kill. Nobody else was in danger. So because he was a decent shot, unlike what happened at Butler where other people got killed, the defense is going to make the argument that if people would have died or he was a bad shot, then the case could be made to put him to death. But because it was a 1 shot, 1 kill, that he wasn't trying to hurt anyone else, and they're going to go ahead and make that defense. I hope the prosecution is effective at what they do. They better be convincing, because that is an argument that the defense will make, and it's going to be hard to get the death penalty without it. They need to understand that his skill set wasn't as good as people said it was, which it wasn't. That anything could have happened, that the weapon selection limited his ability, and the fact that he was scared and wanted to flee, just like, remember, he wanted to be taken in. But here's the thing you need to understand, and listen to me when I say this. This person is a moral mushroom. They are a weak, infected soy boy who is afraid of everything. He's afraid of his dad. He's afraid of his own mortality. He's afraid of pain. During his turn-in, one of the stipulations was that he could not be manhandled. that he had to be taken in softly, that he was terrified of SWAT coming in and killing him. They gave him drinks and gave him a couch to sit on and did not put handcuffs on him, was part of the deal.
I didn't realize that when you're turning yourself in, you get to...
Yeah, because what happens if he says, fuck it, I'm not coming in now. Now, make it a manhunt. Come find me. Good luck. Why? Those officers, I know a lot of people were pissed off, but those officers did everything they needed to do to get him to come in. If he said, I want to go to the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club. Dun, dun, dun. It is a catchy song, even though I just hate the
playing
message.
at Target, of all places, last week.
Go figure. Target, of course. I mean, like the manager comes up there. Hi, my name's Jillian. Great.
That's the local Chipotle.
Is it? Oh, I'm going to go to Chipotle. It's fun. Hi, could I get extra meat with extra sour cream? Can you make sure it's dripping? Appreciate it.
Oh my God.
So anyway, so the thing is that this guy is obviously a complete pussy. And I think putting him on death row and letting him live 15 years waiting for his demise is the best thing you could do, because this guy isn't going to get tougher in prison. He doesn't have it. He will, if he gets life in prison, this guy is going to do the job for us. But he is a scared, petulant little turd. He's terrified. And the best thing to do is pain.
Let him rot in there.
Yeah, let him rot. Let's just let his soul, let him be loved by a man for the rest of his life in
Put him in Gen Pop.
In the most uncomfortable way possible. Yes, put him in Gen Pop. Yes. But see, if you put him with the transgenders, he's going to love that. I mean, he's just going to be like, "Oh my God, cock for everybody." But we don't want that. You put him in the toughest, put him in D block, put him in the hardest, roughest place in the world where he will be handed around in the most violent way possible. And you know what? I think that's better than death. So I don't wish, now I got to say this, I don't wish harm on any human being, and I hope that he's okay, and I don't want anyone to die, and I don't want the Facebook people to hit me. He's a terrified little punk. You know what I mean? So I think if you do that, what do you think, Liv? What do you think the most painful, like what would you be terrified of?
Me, personally, I wouldn't want to spend my life in jail. I'd rather just get it over with. But I don't foresee me going to jail for any reason anytime soon. So, but for him, I think sitting there, honestly, solitary confinement, 23 hours a day in a cell by himself. He gets 1 hour a day in the yard, no visitors. And I think no mail, no visitors, and
no conjugal visits.
Yeah, they keep giving him a date of when his execution's going to be, but then it keeps changing.
Yeah, that would be good. Like shave his head, give him his last meal. He doesn't sleep. Come in, last rites, walk him down, and then be like, oh wait, we got a stay of execution. We're gonna have to go, and then like just don't tell him anything and shove him back in there. Completely, I'd mind game. I would mind him. Like turn his lights on. I'd put a speaker out there and play like Skyrockets in Flight 24 hours a day.
Actually, you want to know what I would do? No, I would play the Charlie Kirk podcast over and over and over again.
Oh, that's good. Then he comes out all of a sudden and he's like totally like an evangelist. And listen, I think this guy should rot and we should never hear from him again. Give him his trial. Prove it without a reasonable doubt. And then I don't want to hear from him ever again. I don't care what happens to him. I want Erica Kirk to have the peace that she's looking for, and whatever she wants, that's what she gets. I think the family members should decide the fate.
Yep, I really do. I think that's how it should be.
Mm-hmm. I think the family members should decide. But when people say that he would like the love of a man, no, prison love there's nothing beautiful about prison love. I can't imagine it's fun. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not gonna get into gory details, but it's not an act of love in prison, right? It's an act of violent desperate violation of your soul and the thing that rhymes with soul that isn't your soul.
Make sure he has a Bible while he's in solitary.
He's gonna want to say some prayers.
Mm-hmm.
because there are plenty of Charlie Kirk fans. You're going to find out that Kirk wasn't a racist. He had plenty of black friends, and he had probably some people who were in prison who he helped reform. You're probably going to not have a good time. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Yes, Yanni, thank you for your input. We appreciate it.
All right, folks. Let's see. Friday night, it's Red Friday. Let's go into the show. We already got that one thing taken care of. Really disappointed that kid didn't call in. 98,000 followers. He talks with a lot of confidence. He's got a ton of clips, a bunch of opinions. But I listened to his content, and although the content's click-worthy, there's just no substance there. It's what happens when you talk into a camera and you can't actually spit facts without reading from a teleprompter.
Oh.
Matt, quick question. Why were you gone so quickly yesterday? Yesterday, I suddenly had a frozen image because we got a conflict and we crashed.
We came right back on.
We did, but a lot of people didn't know that.
Yeah. Are we going to go over last night's topics that we didn't get to?
That's what we're doing.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. That's a good idea. I love that idea. Let's see. Charlie Kirk was scheduled to speak at CSU in Fort Collins, our old stomping grounds, Fort Collins, the CSU Rams. And he was supposed to be there tonight.
Go Buffs.
Yeah, go Buffs. Fuck the Rams. But we know Fort Collins well. We know the area well.
Yes.
And even though Charlie wasn't going to be there, and obviously Sunday he's going to be laid to rest, which we will have a special show on Sunday. The memorial is...
I think Arizona's Pacific time, and it starts at 11 o'clock Arizona time.
We're going to get you the time, and we'll let you know, but we're going to be covering it, and we'll be on all day. So we would love to see you guys
I'm going to find out right
there.
now.
Yeah, Libby's going to tell you the time. I'll make a graphic. But this was the scene at CU Fort Collins, and with 10,000 strong. Here it is.
It's 4:45. They're 3 hours behind us. So, yeah, they're Pacific time right now. So it'll be 2 o'clock our time.
2 o'clock our time.
11 o'clock Pacific.
Don't confuse people. Just we'll be on at 2 o'clock our time. Same. So 2 o'clock like we always do, and then subtract and minus whatever you always do. Here's the video.
Thank you all for your support. Campus.
I mean, I think that's pretty damn cool. You know, to have people show up when Charlie's not there.
Yep.
And show their support. You know, and let's face it, that's scary. You know, I was trepidatious to go to Arizona. There's no doubt about it. I just didn't feel right about doing it. I didn't want to travel 10 hours in a plane. I can't stand it. But would you feel comfortable going now that we've thought about it a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, I understand. It's once you're in there, it's going to be incredibly scary because the president's going to be there. But well, it's the
unless they release a neurotoxin or something.
And it's the 4. Yeah, Jack Bauer, come save us.
That's what I'm saying. Like 24, like it's a neurotoxin, or there's some like depleted weapons grade uranium rods that are left.
Kim's going to be there. We're going to get kidnapped.
Kidnapped, dude. Tell them what Ethan said. Go ahead.
So Ethan's been watching 24 with us, and Kim is Jack Bauer's daughter, and every season she's on, she seems to get kidnapped.
Every like more problems than last.
And
He's
then
so hot.
every single season, somebody gets kidnapped, and finally, she comes back for a few episodes, and he's like, "Is she going to get kidnapped?" Oh, very funny.
That's my son. What did we say this morning that I said we were going to say on the show? Something funny. And we were getting ready in the bathroom, and I said it, and I'm like, I'm going to say it in the show, and you're like, you can't say that on the show.
I don't remember.
God, Liv, you know, one of these days, I want to give you guys, I know a lot of people get upset that I talk about Candace Owens so much, but I talk about everybody. And I've told you that she's nuts. And
don't remind me, because I don't remember.
What?
I said remind me.
I don't remember either. That's why I was asking. I expected you had one job.
Did you tell me to write it down?
Yes, you laughed your ass off, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe we got to tell them this joke, because it was really, really good. And you said something and it was sexual in nature, and it was hilarious. And it doesn't happen that often. I wonder why you can't remember. I
don't know. I didn't know to write it down. Otherwise, I'm going to forget.
That's all right. Can you scratch my right shoulder blade real quick? It's just killed. Oh, in, up. Oh, right there. Down. Nope. Down. Oh. Okay, that's good.
Good?
Yeah, that's really good. Thank you.
Okay.
Candace Owens, first
You
of all.
cigarette there?
No, I did the puppy thing. She doesn't smoke. Dogs don't smoke, honey. So Candace Owens, now Macron, Brigitte Macron, who this is Candace's story. She's made I think an 11-part Netflix series.
Jeez. Netflix is going to lose their ass.
Maybe it's not. No, it's not Netflix. It's like a Netflix series. It's a docu-series. It's like 9, I think. And it's about Brigitte Macron's dick.
Oh my God. She's obsessed. Is there something we need to know about Candace?
Candace says that Brigitte Macron is her brother.
Was born a man.
No. Shh, Liv. Stop. Let me do this. It's very confusing and I don't need your help. I need you to ask me questions when I'm done saying it because I'm gonna get lost. ADD kicks in. Brigitte Macron's sister had a brother. And I don't know that person's name. But that brother either killed or when she died, Brigitte Macron took over her identity and became a transgender woman who was a male. This is what Candace Owens believes. Has said that Macron, who I don't like Macron. Macron's a twisted little shit. And his wife like smacks him around. And so it's interesting. But she believes, and listen, if I'm wrong, just like the election, I will eat crow and I will like apologize to that Nubian princess for the rest of my life, but I'm not. And she wrote this series and she is doing irreparable harm to Macron on the world stage because she has millions of fans. And there was somebody in England who did the same thing. They sued him too, because this is where Candace got this rumor. She took it from England, took it from somebody else, and then she pawns it off as her own. And she slowly releases stuff because a lot of people in the United States don't follow this. And this is how she gets her clout. This is how Loomer does it. And other people do it, is they take other people's content and then they go ahead and distribute it as their own. So she is getting sued by France. Let me go ahead and say it again. France, the country, is suing her. And she's like, oh, bring it on. Bring it on. You want to go to Discovery? Fine. We'll like see your dick. Well, she's like, there is no way Macron is going to go ahead and show me pictures or show me blood evidence, because Candace was saying, hey, I'll fly out there and we'll do a blood test with my doctors. It's like, who the fuck do you think you are, lady? Nobody cares what you say. She then said that Donald Trump called her personally. It was one of his chief of staff or one of his people in his administration and called her and basically said, you need to stop saying these things about Macron. You better stop doing it or else. Now, all of this may be true. Like, who knows? It's a wacky world out there. But Macron, Brigitte, is saying, we have irrefutable evidence of my womanhood, and I'm going to go ahead and show it. I have photographs and I have picture evidence. She's already released her birth certificate. She's already released pictures as a young child. She's already released pictures of her children with her at that age, brand new. And now she's saying, I'm going to give you irrefutable evidence. Here is Candace Owens. And
come on in,
the entire internet is turning on her finally, thank God. And can I just say I was here first? Can I just say I was the first one? I did this shit 2.5 years ago. And I told you, is there anyone who questions why Daily Wire canned her now?
No.
Is there any question? So when I told you that this woman was a nutter, and you guys were like, oh, let's make her vice president. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Candace Owens? No. Listen, there was a time I liked Candace Owens and what she said, but essentially she is just a bulldog pit viper who turns her attention. Anything she wants, she turns to the Jews. And I'm going to show you text messages from Charlie Kirk that says the exact same thing. And we're going to put this to bed tonight. And the internet is sinking her. By the way, the photograph that she supposedly have of Tyler Robinson, whatever his name is, the killer, where he's in McDonald's or a movie theater, it's fabricated. It's AI. It's not real. It's not him. Okay? So here's Candace Owens.
She's saying that Tyler Robinson didn't kill Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, the Jews killed him. Benjamin Netanyahu killed Charlie Kirk is what she thinks.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, here, listen to this.
They're working on a narrative like they always do. They're coming in, they're squeezing, and they're trying to pretend that Charlie and I didn't speak for years. It could not be further from the truth. Okay. Charlie and I never for a single second stopped being friends, ever.
That's not true. That's why you're not invited. Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Chad Prather, all have been running his podcast. Glenn Beck, you're not invited, Candace. Why? Candace, why aren't you invited onto his podcast if you were such dear friends? If you were so loved by Charlie and the TPUSA family and you created it, like you said, with Charlie, why did you just befriend him on Twitter and X just a few days ago before his murder or after his murder? You guys weren't friends anymore. Why? What happened? So this isn't some sort of stupid National Enquirer thing. This isn't a soap opera. I'm giving you this because this person gives you information that is false and ridiculous. And when she's not railing against Jews, she's now railing against Charlie Kirk. The woman is sick in the fucking head. She's just like Stu Peters. When you are a hammer, everything's a Jew. She sees the world as nails. Here is her comment again.
They're working on a narrative like they always do. They're coming in, they're squeezing, and they're trying to pretend that Charlie and I didn't speak for years. It could not be further from the truth. Okay? Charlie and I never for a single second stopped being friends, ever.
No, Megyn Kelly didn't agree with her on a couple things. She said that Charlie was being pressured by advertisers and obviously AIPAC and other groups of people who support Israel. And they should, because they are paying him to be a spokesperson for him. And when he started challenging some things and going after Netanyahu, which is fine, it's Charlie's prerogative, he can do that. Just because he questioned some of the decisions Netanyahu made, we had questions about some things that Donald Trump did. You're supposed to question people. He adored Israel. He adores the Jewish people. He adored Netanyahu. I've got tapes to show you. But he was questioning. That's the difference. But her saying he was bullied and blackmailed and assassinated by Israel is taking it a step too far. You notice how Megyn Kelly and Tucker both said the same thing, and they're in TPUSA and they're hosting a show because they're being honest and sincere. Candace is grifting. Dave Smith is grifting. Tucker was grifting a little bit, but he's Tucker. Candace is doing... Holy... Did we kick 300 goal? I'm confused.
No.
What happened here?
I don't know.
Oh, that got me excited that we hit it.
No, it's like yesterday's or something. I don't know what happened.
Oh, that's disappointing. Liv, great time. You can say something, not just me.
Yep.
Here's the rest of Candace, and then we'll do this.
Never happened. They can't produce one shred of evidence to that effect. Nope. Just donors.
Shoot,
and the
it's
donors
behind
at
the
Turning
thing.
Point.
What, Liv?
Sorry, I put a donation in thinking it would be up front. Jetta Wood, thank you so much. Said, here's my...
Utah.
Sorry.
Why do you guys always mess up her name?
I don't know. Utah,
$5. Thank you, Utah.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, if everyone gave $5, we'd be there. A little bit of a slower night. We got to hit it. We're already at almost 8 o'clock.
Investigated. Because what I'm hearing, like I said, from Turning Point sources is not good. And guess what? If it's got to be me and you need to hate me forever, that's totally fine.
Done.
On top of that, talk about a federal operation out of nowhere. Brigitte Macron just lies. I don't even know how they got this in the press. This is so dumb. Brigitte Macron comes out and says they have offered scientific evidence to the U.S. court to prove that Brigitte is a woman. That's what her lawyer says. Well, the lawyer's a liar because we haven't even started this case yet. So how could you have offered scientific proof to a court?
Because it's really simple to go ahead and put in evidence so when they're looking at the overall case to dismiss it, they can go ahead and do that with exculpatory evidence before anything even starts. Maybe you haven't looked up law. My God, this woman.
Prove you're a woman, especially because you're not suing me over the claim that I said you were born a man. You were born a man. I guess you're born a boy, a male is what I should say. You're born a male and you've never sued anybody for making that statement. You sue for things around it. You're suing me because you're saying, well, you said I stole the identity from my sister. I'm not a thief. You've never sued anybody for the claim.
Because it's not a crime to claim you're a man, but it is a crime And you can sue for slander and libel when you accuse something that they did was illegal, you stupid twat waffle. It's like, this woman is the dumbest woman on the planet. And I just wish she would get a hair up her ass and call me so I could have this conversation with...
You know she watches the show because she stole one of our T-shirts.
No, she doesn't. One of her designers stole the T-shirt. Candace Owens doesn't make her T-shirts, honey.
I know that.
But she doesn't watch the show. But if she did, I would just, be like, screw this guy. I'm going to call. Because the simple question I have for you is, how do you not even understand the basics of the laws that you supposedly have behind you in a series of books that you've never read? You've got legal books right behind you, entire collections of cases and court cases and laws, and you don't even use them. How do you not know that saying somebody did a transition, libel and slander, you have to prove that your intent was malicious? But when you accuse somebody of a false crime, that is a completely different situation. And you said she robbed the identity or killed her sister, which is, you're accusing her of a crime and stealing somebody's identity, which is a crime also. That makes her case against you 100 times worse, because all she has to prove is she didn't do that, and you're fucked, Candace. She is going to bankrupt you. Even if she is a guy, you are done.
That you were born male. So I don't know what this is. Just like, we're just going to all hound Candace to try to distract her from looking into Charlie Kirk's murder and assassination, but it's focusing me more. This is not normal. Like, the amount of lying that's happening right now is because you don't think I'm strong enough to handle it, and you're trying to break me. You're not going to break me, okay? I watched him catch a bullet in the throat, and we're being lied to by everybody.
It was the Jews. You're a broken lady. She's so toast. Like, the entire internet is turning against her. Like, everybody.
Good.
Everybody is just like,
always-
yep, she's crazy. Like, she's just crazy. But here you go. You know what? You want some proof? That's fine. I'll put up the receipts. Here are 2 texts that were released. Authenticity of these, whether you want to or not, I don't really care. You can either believe it or you can't. And I don't care which. I'm just going to give you what I have. Liv,
Yes.
the person to the left is the one texting. The person to the right is what you say.
Okay.
So this is Charlie's account. Let me move this. This is Charlie's account. Contact in somebody else's phone. And the blue would be you and the white would be Charlie, okay?
Okay.
So it says ADL Jews last under Abe Foxman. ADL was Jews first. He says yes. Charlie says yes. I watched the podcast. Candace needs to say 2 things and this will stop in its tracks. They are fundamental conservative principles. And she didn't say either. Israel is not committing genocide, and 30 dead, raped, kidnapped, and beheaded Americans in Gaza makes the fight with Gaza America first. This is not Ukraine. And he says, this is right. I'm really trying to help her. Then he says, what most conservative Jews are upset about is not that she's saying in Tucker or what she's posting now. She posted a tweet, what implied Israel is committing genocide on the Palestinians, and then replied to the justified outrage of comparing a people who endured genocide to Nazis with a cute response of I never said who I was referring to. Okay, I will look at that. I don't agree with that. I am vocally pro-Israel for the record. I'm on massive chats with pro-Trump Jews, and they all know that she's bad news. I know. FYI, need to have you over for Shabbat dinner in Paradise Valley. He says 100% honor the Shabbat. Looks like many conservatives are taking the first exit off this train. Has Turning Point thought through what they are going to do? It's being worked on. I do not do silly virtue signaling stuff publicly. He says fun times. What exactly is she talking about? Where does she get this stuff from? I'm not being sarcastic. I'm so confused. Says, I don't know. I think she has entered a dark world of conspiracy. My guess is the first from postpartum is what he tried to say, behavior. It's not normal stuff, and it's everything she's looking for the Jewish angle in every rock she turns over. Maybe someone Kanye knows. They seem to be going down the same crazy train like a Svengali. Yep, type guru with PhD in crazy Jewish conspiracies. He says, I've never heard this stuff before. So that is a private text because Candace Owens is saying she's going to release private text between she's desecrating his memory. They had severed their partnership, her relationship with TPUSA. She wasn't invited to conferences in years. And she's here and she's grifting off Charlie's death. It makes me sick. Makes me want to puke. And people like this should, and I warned you about her. I warned you about her a long time ago. That's it.
Yeah, she's a little nuts.
So there you go. I hope we...
Thank you, Frank. Dear Matthew Spear, your order for Brigitte Macron proof photos is currently being processed. Make
sure they're the wide angle ones, because I've heard, I'm just saying, longer than a baby's arm. That's what I heard. Jason Bateman, why do great actors need to say stuff, Liv? You're going to get upset at this one. Here is this. Enjoy this, Livy. This is for you.
Well enough to be the one to do it, but well, it's troubling to say the least, and we all have to really take a moment and figure out how we feel about this type of thing, especially people doing what you do. It's I'm sure there's going to be some sort of collective move to respond to this, but I'm not smart enough or powerful enough to be the one to do it. But I imagine there's plenty of conversations going on to do something, because you just can't stand by and let stuff like that go on.
Stuff like?
Well, Jimmy getting his show pulled for, freedom of speech.
It's not freedom of speech.
Go ahead, Liv. Go ahead. Get it.
It's not freedom of speech. He lied on public access TV. The FCC monitors that. And he lost his affiliates because they didn't want to be associated with it. Trump had nothing to do with it. It wasn't free speech, because if it was free, if he was getting fired for free speech, he would have been fired a long effing time ago.
Fair enough. You put it to bed. So, Jason Bateman, do better. You're aging interestingly. It looks good. It's long hair. I wish I had hair like that. I wish I could do that. My hair won't do that. Austin says, didn't she claim threats were made against Charlie Kirk? Yep. And TPUSA came out. A couple people from there, specifically Bill Ackman, made comments about that. One other guy, I can't remember his name, Will something or other. Multiple people have come out, and now they're saying she's absolutely wrong. Now, Megan did say Candace was right, that there was pressure being put on Charlie because some of the people that he was entertaining at TPUSA events, when Megan and Tucker were fairly hard on Israel and some of the things that they said, and also Dave Smith was there, this upset the people who gave him money. And the Jews gave Charlie Kirk money. The United States does that with foreign podcasters and foreign influencers. We have a PR department, folks. It's called the State Department. And the Jews really want the younger generation to embrace them. But as Megyn Kelly said, a lot of under 30 have problems with Israel. And that has a lot to do with Nick Fuentes. It has a lot to do with guys like Stu Peters. It has a lot to do with people who are extremely anti-Semitic. And it's created animosity towards the Jews. Anti-Semitism is a very big thing in the United States. Now, can you disagree with Israel? Sure you can. But I'm going to show you a clip here of Ben Shapiro and Nick Fuentes. It's going to make your head melt. Because I told you about Nick, and I'm going to show you what he says here, and I promise you, you're going to find it interesting. It's almost like Bateman didn't believe what he was saying, Liv. It's almost like he was just like, I got to say the talking points. And everyone knows this wasn't free speech. It has nothing to do with free speech. This has everything to do with that, like you said, his ratings were crap. They were in the tank.
He alienated over half the country.
And he wasn't funny at all. And he lied on the national stage. And it's against FCC regulations. I've shown you guys the regulations. I've pointed it out to you so you can see it. You can go on the website and you can see on thedumbshow.com, on Facebook and others. I've shown you the pictures of his ratings. The ratings were absolutely horrible.
It's called the Hillary effect. Never take any responsibility for what you do yourself and blame everyone else.
Ain't that the truth? That woman still is like...
She still has not conceded the 2016 election.
No, who is it this time? You know what I mean? It's like that's the thing with her. It's always something. It's always somebody else's fault. I want to get this graph here real quick and show you guys some of these numbers. Oh, gosh. Still.
Oh, by the way, we hit 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is huge.
Isn't that great?
That's awesome. I'm so very excited and happy.
Yeah. Here's Jimmy Kimmel. So this shows you the steady decline of where he has been in years. And if you take a look at 11, 12, 13, his peak was 14 through 16 Obama years. And then he just torpedoed and he never recovered, even with Biden. And his numbers were just at the bottom of the basement, which means advertising dollars are down. They're selling their advertising at a tenth of what they were selling it in 2014, 15, and 16. I can look at those numbers right now and tell you that the metrics, if he was selling the cost per 1,000, maybe his cost per 1,000 is $14 to $15 at 16. That's a lot of money. That's a lot per 1,000. Selling it in 23, 24, probably $6 or $7. And what that means is per 1,000 listeners. So his cost per 1,000 is just, and his listenership is horrible. His Nielsen ratings were horrible. I think it was like a 2.2. It's just, if you know anything about marketing, know anything about Nielsen ratings, know anything about ranking for advertising, people weren't putting money into it. These are probably people who had 20, 30-year contracts for shows like this that get into the long game and get massive discounts. That was keeping them alive. But new marketers, new advertisers and investors wasn't there because the numbers weren't there. There it is. All right. Any questions tonight? Anything? Okay. Matt, can you please explain why it's okay with the FCC for the news to lie to the American people, but it's not okay for Jimmy Kimmel to lie to the American people? Sure. He's on public radio and public TV. So, when it comes to the FCC regulates public radio. Here, I'll just make this easy. Made a video of it. Just show it to you.
Hey, everybody, want to talk to you about Jimmy Kimmel?
Yep, that's the one. Hey, video guy, good job. Hey, no problem. Thanks so much, Matt. You're a great boss. I know, dude. Thanks. Appreciate you. Hey, why don't you go ahead and roll that clip, okay, buddy? Okay.
Hey, everybody, want to talk to you about Jimmy Kimmel real quick. Seems that everybody's very confused. I was watching Adam Carolla this morning, and he really put it best. We talked about it last night as well. There's a very big difference between public broadcasting and cable or private broadcasting. There's different set of rules. And when we sit here and say, hey, well, Jimmy Kimmel was fired because of his speech and the White House pressured that to happen, that's not true. It's like saying ICE is pressured to go ahead and deport illegal immigrants. Of course they are. It's their job. The FCC regulates public broadcasting for a reason, because it's broadcasted to nearly everyone. Not everybody has cable, but everybody has access to free public broadcasting. So when Jimmy Kimmel goes and says mean things...
We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
Listen, if they were worried about that, they would have fired him back in 2016. And also The View wouldn't be on the air anymore. But that's not what it's about. Saying mean things is covered by the First Amendment. What isn't is lying, deceiving. And that's what he did. He stood on the national dais and he told everyone that a Republican killed Charlie Kirk and blamed MAGA. Affiliates dropped off. Advertisers said they didn't want to put money into Jimmy Kimmel anymore. And, of course, CBS decided to fire him at that point.
ABC,
so, folks, when we sit here and say it's free speech, yes, free speech is important. But money is what talks and what.
All right, so that pretty much sums it up for you. When you look and say, well, they can... Thomas donated 2110. Thank you, Thomas. 6220, folks. We're about 240 away from goal. We're going to have a big lift here. We're going to need to take a commercial break here so we can generate some revenue. Here's the thing is, you guys, when you sit here and say the media lies, there's a very big difference between editorial on cable and your local news station. it's not just that he lied. He refused to apologize. And he was told, you need to go on the national stage and you need to apologize and retract what you said. And Jimmy Kimmel doubled down and said, if I go back on there, I'm going to hit MAGA again. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to hit him again. And they realized that the reconciliation process wasn't going to take place and it wasn't worth it. So they removed him and let him go. Jimmy Kimmel had no desire to walk back what he said. And because that, they also said that they wanted him to make a donation to TPUSA in good faith and kind of come out there and say, listen, gave $1 million to TPUSA. I want to apologize for what I said. It's never going to solve the problem of what I did. I understand that. I let my emotions get a hold of me and I want to apologize. And then he would have been fine. But honestly, they were looking for a reason. His contract was up next year anyway. It looks like they weren't going to renew his contract. And like Colbert, these guys are going down because people don't want to hear their shit anymore. They're sick and tired of it. They've heard, people don't believe them anymore. And just like that guy I told you, the progressive at the beginning of the show, once you ruin your credibility, people don't come back. They don't want to be a part of you. So when people say that the local media lies, no, they don't. National media doesn't necessarily do what he did. They skirt the line and they use editorialization to go ahead and give you an opinion. Like Sean Hannity is not news. He is an editorial. He does editorial work. Laura Ingraham does editorial work. Don Lemon did editorial work. Most of those people do editorialization. So, and cable has a different set of rules. Public broadcasting is controlled by the FCC regulations, and that's radio and TV have to be monitored for certain rules and regulations, and deceiving the public and lying, which can deceive law enforcement or create harm for the public, which this can. Imagine if somebody hears that and decides to go ahead and start shooting MAGA supporters who like Charlie Kirk because they killed Charlie Kirk. What happens when the nation turns the story and they start saying, well, Jimmy Kimmel says that MAGA people did it, and this is what they've been doing, is trying to make us look like the violent ones. This isn't good for us. This creates more violence. So Jimmy Kimmel's responsible. He didn't want to go ahead and demonstrate an ounce of contrition. And he's no longer employed. That's why. Okay. Bill Maher referenced the hijackers on 9/11 as brave. He can say whatever he wants. They were brave, weren't they? Weren't they? Doesn't it take a level of bravery to kill yourself and die for a cause? I mean, it's not listen, we understand the act is cowardice and completely bullshit and ridiculous, but I wouldn't call it that it's weak. It takes a lot to do that, man. I've sat at the edge of a bed with a 9mm, and it takes a lot of will to kill yourself. And I know people say it's the coward's way out. It takes a lot more than cowardice for people who are desperate to do that. So I'm not going to sit here and, first of all, say that my enemies are not what they are. And to say that Afghanistan are a bunch of idiots and cowards and sheep herders and goat effers, well, that group held off Russia for 22 years, or excuse me, for 19 years, and held us off for 21 years. So I'm not going to trivialize. I don't disagree with Bill Maher. And the way he phrased it was absolutely correct. They are abhorrent, evil, but not brave. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it takes a certain level of bravery to do that, what they did. I think it's chicken shit, but there's bravery there. But Bill Maher said a lot of things. But Bill Maher, remember, was fired from ABC for doing that very thing when he went in politically incorrect, when he talked about the Desert Storm troops. So those wars, and he was avidly against it, and he said some pretty bad things about American soldiers. Bill Maher was fired. So it happens all the time. Roseanne Barr was fired. Gina Carano was fired. Gina Carano wasn't public TV, but Roseanne Barr was. And this happens all the time, y'all. It is. Thank God nobody misconstrued what I said. I mean, if this was a couple of years ago, people would flip out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just say that the hijackers from 9/11 were brave? Listen, there was a lot of things that happened that day. Every officer, every fire person, the people in that building, jumping out of that building, the things that they went through, there was bravery all around. And although it was a horrific act that was terrible and doesn't deserve some sort of adoration, you can say that it took a certain level of bravery to do what those crazy sons of bitches did. That's all. Don't discredit extremists. Their loyalty to their God surmounts all measures of Western civilization standards and honor of code. They just don't have that. They don't. All right. Was a dark day. Horrible day. Liv, we're going to take a quick break. We don't have a quiz tonight, but folks, we are at $62.20. Slowest night we've had in a while. It's interesting. We need to catch up, so we're going to do a quick commercial. We'll be back. 139 on in general pop, and then we've got quite a few. A bunch on Twitter's a little bit slow, but we got a bunch on Facebook. Let's go ahead and make this happen. We'll be right back. Watch this. Take a pee break, come back, and don't forget to donate to the Donate Friendly Show, and keep it free for you, me, and the Christmas tree. We'll see you in a couple seconds.
Hi, I'm Olivia Spear, host of The Dumb Show. For 3.5 years, we never asked for donations, but after Facebook demonetized us for speaking the truth, we've had to turn to the one thing big tech can't cancel: you.
I'm Hayden, Matt and Olivia's daughter. This show's never chased sponsors or sold out. We've built something honest, and it's thanks to you.
I'm Ethan, their son. Every share, every dollar, every message, you're the reason we can keep calling out the BS and bringing color back to the world going gray.
If you want to help, we take PayPal, Venmo, or snail mail. You can send it to P.O. Box 2, Round Hill, Virginia 20142.
Can't donate? No problem. Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored. You can donate at thedumbshow.com/donate.
You know what happens when you turn the dial harder? You can make a harder grimace. The harder you grimace, the more effective it is.
You tighten it so freaking... I can't do it. I can't untighten it.
That's what she said.
That's what she's... Oof. Oof. Coming in with it. Pound it. Pound it. Pound.
Child gets 15.
Ethan, you look like a hippie.
Totally tubular.
You know this is recording, right?
Okay, let's go. Smile. Donate. Don't start with me. Donations. Every time you don't smile, I'm going to punch you in the ribs. Donations. Take one. Scene one. Ready. Set. Ethan.
Break.
Ready. Don't screw it up.
Okay.
Ethan, don't mess this up. Ready. Set. Action. No. Whoa. Director calls action, not some stupid toddler.
But we've built something
There's
honest.
no but there. Why do you've been doing this since you were 2 years old. Try it again.
Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
He's so much better than you at everything.
It's better than
Hayden, he's just like, even, it's just, go ahead, Hayden.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored.
That's a wrap. Well done, Spear family. I bet we make no money.
But I'm gonna owe them money without.
Hayden, do your thing again.
Oh yeah, cut it.
Baby shark, doo 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 doo. Yes, most assuredly. Thank you for your support. Hey, folks, phone calls are on. If you want to call in, 276-200-2105. You just want to call in and chat, or you want to come in and yell at me, or you want to yell at Olivia because her zipper keeps falling down and keeps exposing things that only I want to see.
I hope you guys liked the commercial. We spent a lot of time on that commercial.
So much money. We got George Lucas to come in and do the CGI for it.
It took us a whole 20 minutes on a Saturday afternoon.
Don't out us. That took a lot of work.
Yeah,
somebody had
trying to get the kids to do it. So.
Somebody had to edit all of that and
That's
add the
a good
music
point.
and
That's
cut
a
it
good
and do
point.
sampling and all that other stuff.
Yes, it's a good point. Well, I hope you enjoyed the commercial. We would appreciate any donations trying to head into the weekend on a very positive note. And considering we're doing an extra show on Sunday, everything and anything helps. So we really appreciate it.
It's going to be a big show. And we expect to have you on. We want to have you on. That'll be great. So this is an interesting, I want to get everybody's opinion. And if you want to call in after this and watch this first, there's some language here. Okay. There's definitely some language here. And so if you don't like the language, just hang tight, mute it if you have any kids in the room for me. Okay. But I want you to kind of get a feel for this. And I want you to take a second and I want you to look past what happens and try to assess. Just watch and then we'll talk about it, because this is just a very interesting video.
That's up there for some reason. I didn't.
It's okay. It's an easy fix. I just got to close one and turn on the other.
Yeah.
So, there it is. You're good.
Okay.
You can hit it if you want to hit it.
Yep.
We need to get that number up. Tamar Bush, thank you, ma'am. $10.
Appreciate it.
Sunday is going to be 2:00 our time. We'll probably come on around 1:00 Eastern. Okay. So be on at 1:00 Eastern, and we're going to cover the memorial. We're going to come back from church. Loretta, did I see your post? No. Let me look on.
Also, and Angela Hills, TGIF, thanks for another great show. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Angela. Did you and Olivia check your messenger? Okay, so first, did I check your text? Yeah, I did. Did I check your messenger? No. Let me go look. Where did you message me? Did you message Matt, or who did you message? I hate Messenger, like, with a passion. Loretta sent me a photo. Oh, that's you? Look at you. That's Loretta. See if I can get this picture out of here. Come on. Oh, gosh.
Sassy.
Where's it at? Downloads. There's Loretta. Look at that. There's Loretta. She's in her Don't Unfriend Me shirt. Look at that. You don't look anything like I thought. You do not look 96, Loretta. Come on. Beautiful picture. Outstanding. Is that an old Mustang? Wow. Great picture. Love that you're wearing the shirt. I'll get that up on the site. Liv, will you remind me?
Yes, I sure will.
Can you repeat the time one more time? Sure. It'll be 2:00 Eastern, 1:00 Central, 12:00 Mountain, 11:00 Pacific. It'll go up. I'll put it. If you guys don't know, Liv, tell them about the channel on Facebook, please. The channel.
Oh, yes, I will. I put it. You can follow this link. It's a private messenger group for us, and we post anytime we're live, anytime any new posts go up.
You get to see it all.
You get to see it all. All you got to do is click on the link that Matt posts, and you get to see it.
So go to Facebook, go take a look, and then I'll put that in there. And then if you want, I'll send out an email. So go to thedumbshow.com and also subscribe, and I'll put out an email as well. Okay, so let's watch this video, because this video is interesting, and I want to get you guys and girls' thoughts. And also phone calls tonight, folks. We love it when people call in, and it gets it exciting. So we're opening up phone calls now. It's open. We're ready to go. We will stay on later because the kids are at the football game. So here we go.
Such my what? Say it again. Such my what? You just smacked my phone. What did you call me, monkey? You just called me a monkey? Come here. Let me talk to you. What did you call me, a monkey? Why'd you smack my phone? Come here, let me talk to you. What, you call me? No, he just called me a monkey and smacked my phone. I know. I need to talk to him. Can we talk outside? Why you keep running? You're talking all that shit. Why are you running then? Why you smack my phone? Can we go outside and talk? Okay then, let's talk outside. Let's go outside and talk. Okay, can we go outside and talk like men? Can you stop running? Can you stop running? You call me a monkey, right? Say it again. Okay, so I'm a monkey, right? I'm a monkey, right? What's up? I'm a monkey, right? What's up? Where are you going? Why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you running?
Just chill, bro.
Why are you running? You call me a monkey, right? Why you call me a fucking monkey? Why you calling me? Why you calling me a monkey? Why you calling me a monkey? Why you smack my phone, pussy?
Because you got my shit in my face.
Okay, then why you call me a monkey then? Why you call me a monkey then? Why you running? You talking all that shit? Then why you running? You're not gonna outrun me, pussy. Like, you're not gonna outrun me.
Oh,
You're not gonna outrun me. So call me why you call me a
I'm
monkey.
sorry.
Why did you call me a monkey?
I'm sorry, dog.
No, tell me why you call me a monkey. You're not gonna outrun me. Why you call me a monkey?
I said I'm sorry.
No, look at me in the fucking eyes and tell me why you call me a monkey.
You got your phone in my face.
Okay, why you talking all that
You
shit?
get him out of my face.
You talking all that shit? You call me a monkey. Now what? Say it to my face.
Out of my face, man.
Apologize. No, apologize
I'm
right now.
sorry.
Apologize.
I'm sorry.
Call me a monkey again. See what
Get out
happens.
of my face.
What do you think?
I'm very confused at what happened. I'm very confused to what happened there.
So they were in a book library, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And the young man was sitting down, and something was said at some point. Now, we don't know what happened before the video, but the kid in the white called him a monkey. He's a black man. And obviously pulled out his phone, and he had some serious problems. And then when he said, say it again, say what you said to me again. And the kid slapped it out of his hands. And then he started following him around and kept recording, kept hounding him. Why'd you call me that? Why'd you call me that? And so it's an interesting thing, because some people are like, the guy who's running is a coward, and then the guy who's recording is a bully. So which one is it?
I think they're both stupid.
There's also that too. So let me ask you a question. If somebody came up, like, what would it take for you to get physically involved with somebody? I don't think there's anything that can get you in a physical altercation. Like the lady at the restaurant, the way she disrespected me, like if you were ever going to deck anybody, that should have been her, and you didn't. I don't think you have it in you.
Someone touches my kids.
Nice. Someone can abuse me, but it's okay. Kids. Okay.
Well, you can take care of yourself. You jumped out of moving cars to defend me.
You want me to beat a woman?
No.
Wow, that's sexist.
No.
You know what? I can't, because if a woman hits me and I hit a woman, I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
So
no, if she would have,
she did.
Yeah,
she did touch me. She did. She slapped my hand away. So she did. But that's okay. I don't need you. I was fine. Yeah. And trust me, I could defend myself without hurting her. And then I could have her hurt herself, because she's going to overextend.
To be honest, the whole altercation thing that Hayden had at the carnival with that lady, if I was there, I might have gone to blows, and I would have kicked her ass too. Because 350 pounds can't. I'm good, but yeah, she tried to hit her. She tried to hit Hayden. So if it wasn't for Will grabbing Hayden and moving out of the way, she would have actually decked her in the back of her head. So yeah, if I was there, I would have gone to blows.
So,
but that's about it.
So, real, not real.
You want to know what it reminded me of?
Sure.
It reminded me of that skit from a while ago where it was those kids that combined, let's see if you can figure it out, Harry Potter and Star Wars, and it was Anakin and Harry Potter. That's what it reminded me of for some reason. But I don't know. It's very hard these days to realize what's real and what's not.
Let me ask you
anymore.
a question. Take the things you've learned about the show and watching things, and what do you think? Is it real or is it not real?
I don't know. I seriously,
I'm
just
horrible. Would you just relax? Why is it always like, it's like the first time we had sex? Just chill for a second and relax.
I was relaxed.
You were playing just a game, just the tip. See how it feels. Just relax. Don't clench. Okay. So it's Friday. I love it when I embarrass you. It doesn't happen very often. You're not even embarrassed. That's the problem. Okay. So here's the thing. $10, Tommy Coffin. Thank you, Tommy. I hope this helped. It does. Every penny helps. $87.20. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Olivia would kill him. Like somebody touched our kids, Olivia would destroy them. So let me ask you this question before you're putting some money in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so keep doing it, and then let me tell me when you're ready. God, you're fast at that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how fast you are at that.
Very
okay, so
practiced at it.
So here's how we know. Thank you, Bobby Richardson. We love you. Appreciate you. 139.19. That number is getting better. So Liv,
Yes.
Let's talk about this. Let's not look at the white boy. Let's look at the guy who was recording. Did he ever catch him?
No.
What?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he caught him multiple times.
Yeah.
Caught him in the crosswalk. He caught him when he pinned him in the corner, and he caught him in the front of the register. And what did he do?
Nothing.
Okay. And then what did he say? When he finally got up to him for the last time, what did he say to him? He's got to do what?
Apologize.
Okay. Did the kid apologize?
No.
Yes, he did.
Did he?
Did you
Okay.
even watch the
I
fucking
thought I
video?
did.
You even fucking watch it, honey?
I did.
Did you watch the video, Sweet Pea? Just say you didn't watch it so I stopped doing this and wasting my time so I can just tell everybody. Just tell me you didn't watch it. Just say
Just tell everyone.
She didn't watch it. So, God, come here. Love my little pumpkin bear.
I was just confused, thoroughly confused the whole time.
He said, say sorry, say sorry, say sorry. And he did like 4 or 5 times. When he caught him, he didn't touch him. There's little nuances that you can see in human interactions. And if you watch those things, you will, what are you doing?
I'm doing another one.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Oh, you are? Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. And that's what I want you guys to do with everything is watch the videos. Like, don't watch from an observation standpoint of taking sides, because when you do that, you get confirmation bias. Do you guys know what confirmation bias is? It's real simple. It's that once you think something's happening, everything you look for is going to go ahead and try to confirm what you think. And if you just observe all of the action, and I was watching even the people who weren't doing anything. I was watching the attendants to see if they were like, we're going to call the police, get out right now, because that's what they would do, and none of them did it. So more than likely, it was a college area. Both are students, both are film students, told everybody what was going to happen, got it approved, and did this for clicks and garner attention.
That's a good point, yeah.
Is that old Mustang has a pick? Well, that was a good pick. So anyway, just something to watch, something to take a look at. Liv, go ahead and pop that through.
I did,
okay?
Mr. Jonathan Whiten. And yes, we will let you know when the Documents of Freedom ship.
Yeah, Documents of Freedom are probably going to ship Monday or Tuesday. I had to call. Will you remind me to call Jason?
Yes.
Remember, the orders are up until the 15th. All orders by the 21st, and we usually ship them around 23rd, 25th. They will be out by the end of the month, but it is a 30-day build time. We're ahead this time, so they will come soon. And trust me, everyone knows our shop. We get it out. It'll be there. It'll be on time. It'll be perfect. Okay.
Before you start a new topic, Mr. Hollandaise has a question.
Okay.
It's totally off topic, but out of curiosity, he wanted to know when you were just done with retail, when you knew you were done with it.
I think I knew I was done with retail when I left Apple. And I think I was checked out even when I worked for Comcast, even though I was extremely successful. I mean, I was on the verge of, they were pushing me through for vice president and putting me through vice president boot camp and everything else. So, and that's huge. Being a VP for Comcast, that's like life-ending money. That's change. That's, that's $500,000 a year and another $500,000 in bonuses. I mean, it's life-changing money. But when I ruined my career at Apple, Apple retail is the greatest. There is nothing else. It's like literally the Yankees. It's the New York Yankees. It's the best of the best. There's nothing. You have not done retail until you've done Apple retail. That's just the truth. There's no other retail place on the planet that has 50,000 people in line. There's none. And we would sell. I remember doing deposits where I would have to get 25 deposit bags. The big ones with a locking mechanism, the brown and the burlap, the big ones, those 25 of those for the cash. I remember the back manager's desk during iPhone launches, $500,000 to $750,000 in cash. Cash. Probably $2.5 million in credit cards. Probably another $250,000 in checks. We would do $10, $12 million days. There were days we would sell 10,000 iPhones. 10,000.
Release days.
We had lines that would go around about Kim Kardashian tried to get in. We had people all over who tried to get in. Korn tried to cut in line in Bakersfield. The whole band, Korn, they lived in Bakersfield, tried to cut in line. They didn't try. They just asked. It's like, no. Matt, it's Korn. I don't give a fuck if it's JC. No. Nobody gets it. These customers were first. And it was incredible. And I loved it. I loved it. I was good at it. And we created, you can put that in, baby, when I'm talking. It's fine.
Okay.
We created something special. Courtney, it's fine. $10 is perfect. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. The exchange rate sucks. And, you know, we achieved great things. We had the #1 customer service store in Bakersfield. And we had the #1 employee satisfaction. And I just the medicine took over, the pain took over. I was unable to function. I couldn't do the job anymore. Like, I could go do it now. I'd be fine if I had any motivation to do it. But I remember sitting there, and HR came up and they said, Matt, you're killing yourself. You're killing your career. What are you doing? I had offers to go to China. I had offers to go to New York, San Francisco.
Yeah, we were pregnant with Ethan for China, and I'm like,
They wanted me to go to China, and China would have been a $2.5 million for 1 year. $2.5 million for 1 year. And I just was like,
I don't feel like having my child in China and having 2 small children in China.
yeah. And we just didn't do it. But the drugs took over, and it just killed me. And the pain was too much, and I couldn't stand on my feet. And so I ran it from the back room, and I just lost my way. And when HR sat in front of me, they were just like, this isn't you. What is going on? And I just told them, and they just said, what do you need? And I said, I need to go home, and I need to get well. And they said, go. You got a year. Go take care of yourself. That was Apple. It's just the fucking way Apple was. And I knew I was done. I knew I was never coming back at that point. And I said, thank you. Went home. Went on disability. Had a surgery. Spinal cord stimulator didn't work. And I kept downing them pills. 12 Oxycontin a day. Oxy slow release. Hydrocodone. Lortab. Valium. Ambien. Just kept killing myself. And got up to like 265. 54% body fat. Antonio Menendez, thank you for subscribing, buddy. And it just got bad. And then a buddy of mine called me and said, you rang the bell on life. Like, fuck you, man. What you don't call me in so many years, and then you say this to me? Click. And I called him back. I said, you know, I'm coming to blah, blah, blah. I'm going to find you. And he's like, you couldn't even get up my driveway, you fat fuck. Hung up the phone. And I was mad. I was so fucking mad. I was so mad. And I knew I couldn't do anything. I knew he was right. And even if I was completely in the best shape of my life, I couldn't do it because he was a SEAL. But I was so angry. I was like, why would a friend ever treat me that way? And that was that was the low of the low. That was the time that I sat on the edge of the bed and told Olivia I was going to kill myself multiple times just to try to get her to stop me. And then at one point, she couldn't. And I don't even know if she wanted to, honestly. And I would be surprised if she did. It probably would have been easier if I just was gone, because I was such in a bad fucking place. And then the entire sheriff's department came to my house.
No, I did try to stop you.
I know. Well, you know, but the entire sheriff's department came to my house, and they sent the entire, like, we had 2 shotguns at the back door, 2 K9 units, 6 officers came in the house because they knew who I was. And my uncle was very, very important in that city. It's just an amazing human being, and was a detective and business owner. And they also knew who I was and knew a little bit about my history. And they knew I was in a bad spot. And 6 of them came in, and I said, oh, you guys brought the whole force, huh? That's the first thing I said to him. And I said, you got the canine and the 2 shotties out in the front door too? And the guy goes, yeah, Matt, we do. Why don't you come sit down? I said, okay. And I said, it's on the edge of the bed. They go, we know you're not armed. You're okay. Let's talk. I said, how are you? And I said, I'm fucked up. I said, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know, man. They're like, are you okay? Do you need help? And I said, no. I mean, yes, I do. But I think I just got my wake-up call. And you could tell that they wanted me to come with them, but I wasn't having it. And if it wasn't for the courage of my wife, who made a phone call, I probably would have eaten a bullet that morning. And I wasn't crazy, and I wasn't out of my faculties. But I was sick and tired of living around the pills. I couldn't wake up before 10 because if I did, I wouldn't have enough to get through the day. I was sick of the withdrawals in the morning. I was sick of the 1 hour chase of the medicine, that I realized that my clock was ticking where I just couldn't get high anymore, and I couldn't control the urge. I got sick of throwing up in the middle of the night in my sleep. I got sick of not being able to love my wife, and I missing my children, high for my son's birth, completely off my ass. I remember most of it, but was completely stoned. And they were like, come down with us. Get checked out. We'll walk you in. It'll be us. Come into the squad car, sit in the front seat. Let us take you down there, get you checked out, have you talked to a doc. And I was like, no, I don't think I want to do that. And then finally, Brett reaches over and he goes, Matt, you're coming with us. We ain't asking anymore. And I'm like, and what's hilarious is I counted them off too. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I wasn't in the mood to be manhandled. And I checked them off, and you could all their defensive posture clicked on. I mean, these guys are good guys. They're well trained. And you could just see it in their eyes, like, don't fucking do it, dude. Don't fuck. And I'm just like, I think Olivia remembers. I'm like, slap both legs. I said, okay, let's go. I made him tense for like just a second, and then I'm like, okay, let's go. And we got in the car. And I sat next to him, and I'm not supposed to sit in the front seat, but I did. And they said yes. And he goes, man, he's like, thanks for coming. We were all talking. None of us were interested in pissing you off. He's like, we know your uncle. And I said, that's why I came. Because you guys are family and friends. And they said, yep. And they dropped me off in the hospital. And I got checked in. And they walked me in, and he said, I want you, he went right to the check-in to receptionist, and he talked to the shift supervisor, and he said, I want you to understand something. This is Matt Spear. He's a friend of the department. He's not on suicide watch. Everything's fine. He's just going to talk to somebody. You guys do not intake him, and I'm not leaving him here until I get verbal confirmation that you are not intaking him and holding him. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? This is a voluntary turnover so he can speak to somebody today. That's it. The lady's like, of course. And he's like, I'm not leaving. Sergeant came in. He's like, man, Brett, we got to go. And he's like, Matt, are you okay? And I said, yeah, I think so. And he's like, okay. And he took off. The moment they took off, stood up, and I said, take off your shoes, take off your shoelaces, get changed into this robe. And I said, fuck. That's exactly what I said. And I was like, I got bamboozled. And it wasn't the cops. That's just who they were. So I did. And I sat in here and I said, okay, look at me. And I looked at the intake person and I said, are you looking me in the eyes? She goes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I said, do I look fucking crazy to you? Or am I demonstrating any signs of being crazy? Or do I just look really fucking irritated that you put me in a psychiatric hold for 72 hours and now I have to sit here with my ass crack literally flashing the whole fucking place? Or do you think I'm crazy? And she goes, let me get a doctor. I said, it's probably a good idea. And the doctor came in, and he walks in, and I stand up. I'm like, Doc, do I look fucking crazy to you? And he's like, no. And I said, I'm not suicidal. I don't want to kill myself. I had a moment of, I just very depressed, very motivated. I want to get some help. I just wanted to talk to somebody. And he's like, let me get you out of here. And I said, that's all he said. Just let me get you out of here. And I called Olivia, and Olivia was pissed. So pissed because they had promised her that I wasn't going to be taken in. But after that, the change took place. And that's when I woke up. I flushed most of the medicines. I
wouldn't let you flush.
All of them.
No.
And then I started
You did that once before.
I started.
I would never let you do that again.
I started stepping down, and 3 weeks of stepping down, and then I jumped off. It's called the jump off. And the thing about opioids is it doesn't matter whether you jump off cold turkey or jump off stepping down. It's this fucking same. There ain't no difference. It's bad. You just have less of a risk of cardiac arrest or biting your tongue off in your sleep or going into massive catatonic seizures. So I stepped down, but I stepped down from 450 milligrams, and my jump off point was 125. That's not good. That's a lot. And I went through 52 pounds of weight loss, got down to about 203 from 265, whatever that was, whatever total, and threw up, was on the toilet for 2 or 3 weeks, convulsions, legs, couldn't hold still. We used to, how hot was that water?
It was like boiling hot, and then it would be freaking freezing. She
would go in, and I would get in a bathtub, and she would boil 3 or 4 full pots and just pour it on my legs, scalding hot. Would fucking cook a lobster to get them to stop shaking and convulsing. I didn't sleep for like 13 days. Of course, I got little 20-minute naps. Horrible, chipped my teeth. I was shaking so bad because, rehab is 30 grand. Couldn't afford it. Even though we had money, it wasn't feasible at the time. And everything I did, I put it back on, went to 265 again. My body fluctuated back, and I didn't eat anymore. I wasn't eating really, but my body fluctuated. It took a month and a half. I would come out and I'd be sick, and I couldn't move, and everything was too bright, everything was loud, and everything wow, echo, sounded like that. Everything for months, weeks. And then one day I got up and I said, I'm going to do a push-up, and I'm going to get on the treadmill. And I think I did 1 push-up, and I think I did 10 seconds on the treadmill. And then the next day I did 20 seconds and 2 push-ups. And then that turned into 15 and 10 minutes. And then I had a bench and a pair of dumbbells in the bedroom. I started going through cycling. Then I met a good friend of mine named Trevor Bender, who was just such a good friend, who I adore and love so much. And he ran Bakersfield Sports Nutrition. Mm-hmm. And together, we worked hard. And he helped me. And then I started benching and was told I would never do a squat in my life, and then squat 350 and bench 225, 235, and started curling 50s and 65s and started putting on muscle and mass and dropped the weight, got healthy, got stocky as fuck. I mean, I'm a big dude. Changed my life, went back down to a size 34 in my slacks and my jeans. Hadn't been that since high school. Dropped from 54% body fat and dropped into 12 to 16 range for the first time since high school. Cardiovascularly, I was ready to have a heart attack. Widowmaker and left ventricle was 78% clogged. That I was this close to being dead. And I would come home and I'd eat a gallon of ice cream, a full
thing of popcorn.
Like a
half a stick of butter.
and a full thing of homogenized vitamin D milk with cereal. That's what I'd have.
Oh, and Pop-Tarts.
And Pop-Tarts. I fucking just killed myself. I wanted to die. The pain, the medicine, it was horrible. So it started clean health, chicken, broccoli, rice, doing it right. And the weight just came right off me, and I had no muscle on me. I mean, I look like I literally just got out of fucking Auschwitz. So I went on testosterone replacement, felt better, and started building muscle. And I've got a full gym downstairs now. I take care of my body. I take care of myself. Just getting back into it heavy again because I really just got 6-7 years of just working out every fucking day. Christmas Day, I'd work out. I mean, Olivia, I was dedicated. It just didn't matter where it was. So, would do a couple days a week, whatever, but I've maintained fairly decent physique, and I just worked at it. But that's when I knew I was done with retail. And that's a long question and a long answer, but it was worth it because it changed my life. And if it wasn't for Apple, I never would have gotten better.
You wouldn't have been able to do it because there's no way you could have taken a year off.
Well, no, I would have gotten the millions because everyone who works at Apple as a store leader back then for 2.5 years, you're a multimillionaire. And like, you just don't understand the money that you make. And I wouldn't have been able to get the narcotics anymore, and I would have went to heroin or something else, fentanyl, and I'd probably be dead now.
I'm going to put this in, and then I got to go pick up the kids.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to put that in.
Hey, caller, go ahead and turn down your phone for me, please.
And then I'll be back.
All right, love. I'll see you in a little bit.
So you got to do this one for Mikey.
Mike Lynch, can you turn down your phone, please? Mike Lynch for the bigliest of shows. We love this show. Quite frankly, everyone talks highly of this show. It quite possibly has the greatest viewers of all time. I'm quite certain of this.
Picture it in Mikey's Trump voice.
Yes, picture it in Mikey's Trump voice. Hey, caller, where are you from? What do you want to talk about?
This is Frank.
Hey, Frank, what's up, buddy? Frank, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just trying to talk.
Oh, go ahead.
Listening to your story, this is hard for me.
It's all right. Take your time, buddy.
You pretty much just talked me off the edge.
Why are you there, dude? What's going on, man? Do you need me to stop the show and we can talk, or do you want to do this here?
No. The show must go on. I just felt like I needed to call you and thank you for what you've done for me.
Frankie, you can't. You can I just say one thing that was said to me that really cleared some stuff up when I was in your spot?
Sure.
The pain you're feeling, when you take it away and you take that way out, it doesn't go anywhere except to all the people who love you, and it makes them feel like you're feeling right now. They want to die. They feel guilt. They feel self-loathing, and you don't get rid of it. You just simply give it to other people who you don't want to hurt. And that is the one thing that stopped me from doing it. And I love you, I adore you, and you're a great human being, and the world would be less of a place. So you got to stay out of that fucking mindset. And I don't care if I got to come over there and kick your ass, but you got to pop out of it, man.
Well, you're not that far away from me, so it would be a small trip.
I got friends everywhere.
I'm in North Carolina.
Oh,
Fort Bragg is in my backyard.
What's going on, man? What's hitting you so hard right now?
I don't know. It's loneliness. I lost my best friend 4 years ago.
Yeah.
When I moved down here from Seattle.
Yeah.
And she was like the world to me.
Yeah.
And she kicked me out of her life. And I don't know why. I'm not going to say that I didn't have maybe a small play in that, but she was just like the best. And I've been without that now, and it's been hard. I got to tell you, it's had it not been for my son saving me and bringing me down here to live with him and for him to take care of me, I don't know what I would have done. I would have probably been out on the street, in all honesty. And I don't know.
You do know. You just don't.
I'm at a loss for words right now.
I don't think you are. I think the hardest thing during these situations is not that you don't have something to say, it's that you don't know how to say it. And that's the hardest part. Can I show you something I don't show people? And don't get a willy.
Absolutely.
You got your phone on, can you see?
I'm watching you on my big screen.
Okay. So there's me at 260. That's 260. That's 54% body fat. And I'm wearing size 46 pants. And that is a 3XL shirt. I now wear...
Holy crap.
Yeah. I now wear a medium to large, depending. These are larges, size 34s, and usually a large in my dress shirts. Slim fit. This is pretty much the same now, except minus my tattoos. I haven't changed much. Probably a little bit, couple pounds in the waist. That's now. And this was taken probably in month 6 of rehab, of me just completely dedicating to eating correct, working out, and taking care of my body. You see that?
Yep.
Don't get a boner. And it's not to brag.
I'm trying. I'm trying not
dude,
to.
you will not find a picture with me with my shirt off. That's the only one I've taken in probably 40 years. I don't even take my shirt off at the beach, and I can. I just don't. I'm just not that guy. And I'm not bragging. It doesn't matter. I know what's underneath, and I know who I am. But I will tell you that there's damage and scars there. And I did my best to cover it up. And when I couldn't cover it up anymore, I started swallowing pills. And I was so unhappy to be out of the military and not have that life anymore. I hated it. And I didn't know how to talk. I want to ask you a question. Do you remember me telling you the story? You may not have been here, about PTS and the hole.
Yeah.
You remember the whole story? Or not?
I'm trying to bring it up.
It's all right.
Refresh my memory.
Yeah, let me tell you quickly. So there's a veteran, private, and he digs a hole, and they're doing bivouac, and company commander walks over and goes, "You need to dig that hole deeper," and he digs that hole deeper. And he keeps digging and keeps digging and keeps digging, and then company commander comes back and looks at him again and says, "A little deeper." And then finally he realizes it's so deep he can't get out of that hole. And he's down there 6 feet, and he looks up, and he can't crawl out. And every time he does, the outer wall drags his fingers through it and tears and crumbles, and he can't climb out of it. And he's running his boots, he's soiling his uniform, and he's trying to get out of this hole, and he can't get out of the hole. And the company commander walks by again, and he goes, "Sir, company commander, please help, get me out of this hole." And he says, "I can't get you out of that hole. You got to get yourself out of that hole. You got that shovel, you got all the tools, you got your strength, you got your body, you got your mind. We trained you right. Go do it." And a little time passed, and the lieutenant walks by. And lieutenant comes in and says, I need help. Help. Lieutenant, please get me out of here." The lieutenant throws down a little canteen of water and says, "There you go. That'll hold you off until you can figure out how to get out of that hole." He drinks the water, and he's parched, and it's hot. It's great. And dusk is coming, and it's going to be nighttime soon. And the medic walks by. He goes, medic, I need help. I'm in this hole, and I can't get out. I don't know how to do it. Please help me get out of this hole. And he throws some pills down there. And he says, "Take these. These will make you feel better." So he does. He takes the whole fucking bottle. Nothing happens. He's not getting him out of the hole. He feels horrible, and he feels sick, and he's hungry, and he's tired, and he's alone, and he's scared, he doesn't know what to do, and nobody's helping him. Nobody will fucking help him, and he keeps digging, he keeps trying to get out, and he can't. He's just deeper and deeper and deeper. And it starts to rain. And it cools him down, and it comes up to his fucking ankles, and it comes up to his knees, and comes up to his crotch, and comes up to his chest, and he knows, I gotta get out of here, or I'm gonna fucking drown. So then a priest comes by. He says, Father, help me, get me out of here. I need help, I need God, I need somebody, please, get me a ladder, get me something, get me out of the hole. And the priest just says, you need to pray with all your might. And he prays, and the rain starts to secede and starts to stop, but the prayers aren't working. He got a little bit of sanctity, a little bit of love, a little bit of security and sanctuary, but now he's cold and he's fucking wet, and the hole's muddy, and he can't get out of here. He doesn't know what he's going to do, and he knows he's going to die. And all of a sudden his buddy walks by. And he goes, Jerry, help me, man. Help me. Get me out of the fucking hole. Please, help me. And Jerry jumps down and gets in the hole with him. And his buddy's like, Jerry, what the fuck are you doing? Now you're trapped too, man. Are you fucking crazy? And Jerry looks at him and says, it's okay. I've been in here before, and I'll get you out. You're not the only person who's gone through this, man. Most of us have gone through this. So when you're at your lowest, stop being selfish and pick up the phone. You need a battle buddy. You need a swim buddy. You need anybody. And there's people around here who love you and will take care of you and help you. But you can't give up. You can't quit. Okay?
I'm not a quitter. And that story is so poignant. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah.
I get it.
Makes a difference, right?
I totally.
Ain't that the truth?
Yes.
Ain't that? It's not just for men. It's not just veterans either. It's not just for veterans.
No.
It's for
No,
everybody.
it's not.
It's for everybody. I mean, the thing is, dude, the coping skills that people possess make them either a victim of that story or a success of that story. And it's just not fair that we all don't have the same coping skills. We don't have the same mechanisms. You know?
Yeah.
And I know guys saw their first horrific event and they just fucking lost it. I know other guys who just don't even seem fazed by it. But it comes to all of us in time as death. So do the memories. Do you need something now? Is it you need to get the hell out of there, get out of the way, just leave? You want to come down for the weekend, spend time with the family? You want to go to church with us? I mean, dude, get the fuck out of Dodge. Come with us. You need money? You need a flight? What do you want? What do you need?
I don't need money, and I don't need a flight, and I could drive there in 3 hours probably.
Yeah.
I and there's nothing that I would love more than to meet you and your family and to break bread and just give you a big fucking hug and tell you how much I love you and how much you've done for me.
That's because you saw that picture. I get it. Sometimes I want to hug myself. Frank, that offer's open anytime, dude. And it's a simple matter of just let me know when, and we would love to have you, man. It's that goes to anybody, we're open, and we consider you guys like family. And if that's something you want to do, you let us know.
I will. I promise you. I'm trying to work up the balls to do that. And it's something that is on my mind constantly, is to be able to just drive up there and give you a hug and tell you how much you've done for me and for how much you have changed my life. It is, I want to do that. It's on my bucket list. I promise you. And
Okay.
One day I will get there.
What are you doing for work right now? Is there anything you're doing?
I'm retired. I'm 74, dude.
Yeah, but there's got to be
I'm
something
fucking old.
There's got to be something you can do. What are you doing?
Well, I've given up everything that I used to do, which was restoring old tools and building things. My next door neighbor is a retired vet, and I built him a bar. I mean, I love doing things with my hands. I've always been that way. And but lately I've just kind of given up on things. I sit here and I watch TV and I listen to you every night. I am probably one of your most faithful listeners.
You've
There's
been here a
not
lot.
there's not a show that I miss, Matthew. And you know what? Yeah, my my son that I live with is your age, so I consider you a son. Um, you're one of those people who inspire people, and I don't know how else to explain that to you, but anybody that listens to you, if they don't get it, they're fucking stupid.
Listen, I wish that was the case. You guys humble me, and it's not, this job isn't easy. It's not easy at all, because there are times you've got to say things that people don't want to hear, and it frustrates them and pisses them off. But I look at it this way, Frank, is I don't really care what people think of me as long as they're thinking. Because I just believe that, like Novocaine, I work. It takes a while, but people see the forest through the trees, and it just takes something they can relate to, and they go, huh, all right, I get it now. I understand it now. Love you, Chuck. And Frank, there's things you can do. And I know you're 74, but there's other things that you can do. And you can give back. There are veterans groups that are looking for people like you. You can do restorations for people. You can go around the neighborhood and just run the lawnmower for people. Just every day try to give something back to people. And I understand how hard that is. Today I said a prayer, and I'm gonna tell you what I prayed for. Is I put my hands together, and I'm struggling with my prayers, because I'm trying to do this, but it still kind of feels foolish to me sometimes, And I'll pray for people, but in the back of my head, I'm going, "You're not doing this for God, and you don't believe all this, and you got to stop." And and my head keeps talking to me, that conscience, that voice, and it's fucking in me, and it's trying to talk me out of doing it. And I know I got to do it, and I know I want to do it, but it's that devil inside me that's telling me, don't believe, don't have faith, stay away from it, don't surrender. Just keep believing that you have all the answers, because you've got the brain, you've got the physical stamina, you've got the look, you've got the prototypical everything to be success. Just do it. And it's so narcissistic, and it's so arrogant and vain. So today, when I was praying for Sandra, and I stopped in the middle of this, and my dog, and it's funny, every time I talk, my dog is up, and she comes and sits right next to me, and I put my hands together, and I start talking, I'm whispering, and I'm just, please God, give Sandra peace. I'm not asking you to make it go away. You have your reasons, but just, she's scared. Just give her peace. Just give her your presence, give her your touch to make her feel at ease. And just bring your grace to her. That's all I said. And then in my head, it's going, come on, man. You know why you're doing this. You're a sinner. What do what? And then I just stopped. And for the first time, I was like, you know what? And I'm going to ask you for something for me. And it's not something I do. And I just said, please calm the voice in my head. Don't take it away. Just calm it down. Stop having it be so loud. Stop having it be so convincing. Please. I know I'm going to sin. I know there's things I'm going to do today that I know is a sin, and I'm going to do it. And I know I'm still going to do it, but that's today. And next week I may not do it. And a month from now I may not do it. And I'm giving you that commitment that I'm going to try every day not to do those things.
Matthew, we are in a battle of good and evil. There is no right or wrong. There is no left or right. There is nothing like that. We are in a battle of good and evil. And I pray to God, and I pray every night. I mean, I'm a recovering Catholic. So it's difficult for me to do that, but I've learned to do that now. And I pray to God every night, and I pray for you. I pray for your family. I pray for the world. I pray for our president. I want things to just be right, you know? And it's so difficult at times.
Yeah, it is.
It really is. It really is. And I'm learning. And I'm trying to make myself a better person.
Well, you've got it. You've always been so kind to us, and even God, I remember that one time I kind of teed off on you, and you were so just apologetic. You're a penitent man, and that is the best compliment I can give you, man. And you just, I can't tell you anything that's going to make it better, but what I can tell you is that, you know, you've got a lot of people who are praying for you. Every single person in this chat's talking and praying for you. And I would just be absolutely fucking devastated to hear that I never got to meet you. So don't do that. I already feel that way about Charlie. I don't need to feel that way again. Charlie,
you know what?
That kills me.
I love the people in Rumble chat. They're like my family.
Yeah.
And I haven't been on there much because I just don't feel like I have anything important to say to them. But I want them to know that I love them, and I'm not going to do anything stupid. I promise you that.
Okay, I'm gonna remember that, because lying on your soul is not a good thing. You understand that, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do.
That's you got. If you did, you would have plenty to answer for. But then lying on your own soul, that ain't good. I don't know if God truly would be unforgiving from someone who took their life, knowing how incredibly difficult it is for us here. And then not everybody reaches his grace as quickly as others, and maybe he might have compassion for that. I know what Catholics think, but I don't know if he would be okay with someone lying on their soul.
I agree. I totally agree with you. And you know, I pray to God every night that I can only do the right thing, you know, and
you're not drinking. You're not drinking, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the shit you got to stop, man. What are you drinking?
Southern Comfort.
Pussy.
Whatever.
Fucking. What, you want a binky with that? Southern Comfort. Get a real whiskey. All right. No, I'm kidding. I just, dude, that shit ain't helping. It ain't helping.
I know that.
Are you an alcoholic?
I know that. Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
I won't lie to you. I would never lie to you.
I believe you. You got to get into a program, man. You know that. If you,
yeah, my son keeps telling me.
No. It's not about your son. It's about, you got to do it for you, and you got to understand, your body right now is rejecting the poison you're putting in your body. You have an opportunity right now. This is what alcoholics call a moment of clarity. This is it. They only come around so many times. You're having it. This is it's a crisis of conscience, man. Your body is repudiating the poison you're putting in your body, and it's saying, I don't want to do this anymore. And I'd rather just go than face it. That is the time when you get into a program. I'll take you. I'll go with you. I never went to rehab, but you can do this.
I believe you.
You gotta want it, Frankie. You gotta want it, dude. Do me
Hey,
a
did you get my donation?
Yeah, my wife isn't
I don't
here.
need it.
She went to the high school. So no, I'm sure there's donations, and she's going to come back right now and put them in. In fact, I think we've got quite a few. So I just need Olivia to come by, and we'll put them in. Okay.
Well, I sent you a big one, and
thank you, Frank.
As I said in the remarks, it hurt, but it didn't really hurt because I support you guys so much.
Do you, listen?
And
do you need that back? Don't look.
No.
Listen to me. Don't fuck with me on this. Do you need it back?
No.
Okay, because
I don't want it.
I don't want it to hurt, and I don't want you. This shouldn't have been like a last two raw bullshit. And now you're like, okay, now I don't have rent. I don't want any of that. I want you, and I want you alive, and I want you to call in because, dude, you know who you sound like to me?
No.
You sound like fucking Winnie the Pooh. And when you call in, I know your voice, and I joke around, and you know, I mess around with others. With I can't even remember the other guy's fucking name now because I always call him Frank.
Joseph,
Jesus. But
Joseph.
But
my
you're
buddy.
used to me when you get all soft and shit. You sound like Winnie the Pooh, dude. And I just that's it. You're in my prayers. I'm thinking about you. We love you. There's dude, you got 100 comments in there waiting for you to read. Read those. You hear me?
100 comments where?
In Facebook and YouTube and everywhere. And I mean, people are praying for it. I mean, I've got, if I type in Frank right now, I'll tell you how many comments I've got. 126.
Wow.
So people are praying for you, and you're going to be okay. You hear me?
I know that. And you know, for all those people, I appreciate you. I thank you. And I can't tell you how much that means to me. It's, you know, I don't do Facebook.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I just don't go there. I'm not a big social media person. So
yeah. Well, you don't even make me tell Olivia what this conversation was like, because she'll kick your ass.
What's going on?
She doesn't even know.
No, I've been gone the whole time.
She has no idea. So don't make me break out the big guns, because you'll pack your bags and go on a guilt trip, because that woman, she can sure guilt. She should be Catholic.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something. You were so lucky to have her. What a great woman. She is just, she's the shit. I mean, I don't know.
Shit.
I
That's
don't
me.
know.
Shit.
You are. Yes, you are, babe. You're a wonderful friend. And Matthew is so lucky to have you. Man, I wish I had somebody like you in my life.
You can. Fucking $1,000 a month, and she's yours. I'll just send her to North Carolina.
A little more than that, but
yeah, be
come
more.
on,
Yeah,
you know.
okay, 1,500.
Yeah, there you go. That's about price.
I don't think I can afford her.
All right, listen, I love you. You got my number. I know you do. I've emailed you, right?
I think we talked once.
Okay, you got my number.
Maybe twice.
If you don't have my number,
I've got your personal number. Yes.
Yeah, you pick that up anytime, day or night. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, bro.
I love you, man.
Love you too, buddy. Hang in there.
Thanks.
This one's for this one's for you. Olivia's gonna post something right now. Olivia, you got that?
Am I putting this one in or this one in?
You put it in Frank's.
Putting Frank's in.
You got a little bit behind, but
yeah.
Anytime now, honey.
Did you guys get my contribution?
We are. She's putting it in right now. She just got home from picking up the kids from football. We had Friday Night Lights to go to, so we're putting this in any day, Liv.
I'm doing it
before he hits 75.
I
got it. Frank Wood, $200. I thank you. And the comment is, This hurts, but it needs to be done. Love you so much. Maybe someday we can meet. The answer is yes. You have an open invitation. We have a bedroom. You're more than welcome to come on and drink some real whiskey versus that pussy Southern Comfort shit. All right.
You crack me up, brother.
I know, you too. All right, get out of here. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Frank.
Love you.
Love you, buddy. Hang in there. Stag Nasty went ahead and subscribed. I know we had a phone call from a couple of people. Mel, hugs for Frank's love from Dumb Nation. Thank you, Mel Lowe.
Mel. We love you, Mel.
We love you, Mel. I don't have anything to say.
I don't, because I was not here for the conversation.
He's having a tough time.
Okay. You'll have to fill
He's in a spot, and we're trying to get him out of it. Donnie Carter donated $5. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Donnie. We appreciate you so much. We have some things that we got to cover, and we're going to finish it up. Okay, got another call. Maybe not. Hey, caller, where are you from?
South Carolina.
Excuse
Tennessee.
me? Tennessee. Who are we
South
talking?
Carolina.
Who are we talking to?
Johnny.
Oh, what's up, man?
Yeah. Everything Frank was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta take the headphones off.
Okay.
Yeah, everything that you've been saying and stuff like that. The whole I don't know what the best word is.
Well, he's just
rabbit hole.
Yeah, he's going down a real hard time in a
Yeah,
dark space.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I went down there. I went down that dang spot my damn self.
Yeah.
And when my mom died and stuff like that, and I guess I mean, I didn't have anybody to, help me out.
Yeah.
I didn't have, unlike you, with the whole sheriff office and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cat says hello, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny Cat said hello to you. She gave you a big old meow if you didn't hear her.
Oh, meow.
Yeah, yeah, she's talking up a storm right now. What got you out, man? What was it? Was it friends, family, or just you? Or what? How did you get out of it?
Dude, I don't even know how to actually explain it. I went down. Oh man, I was in a dark spot, and I was ready to just end it, just call it a day, and be done with it. I can talk about it freely now, and
did you serve in the military, Johnny?
No.
No. Okay.
My dad did, and he told me about a lot of shit that he went through, and as I've told you before, the tombstones to look through my profile about my dad and stuff like that. Anyway, when my mom finally passed, I was in my mid-20s, I think. And she actually said a lot of bad things about my father.
Mm-hmm.
And, being young, impressionable, and blah, blah, blah. And she said a lot of shit. And turns out a lot of that shit wasn't true.
Mm-hmm.
And then when my father died, as you can see, of the tombstones and stuff like that, my dad actually wanted that stuff put on the other side of the tombstone. And it made me wonder, why the hell is certain things being said about one thing versus one thing being said about the other?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I never understood it. And, well, here we are a couple of years later. Well, me, I actually kind of get it, because it really is one of those things of he said, she said bullshit, and all. She went around and said all this kind of stuff of, let's see, he was dishonorably discharged. And that was not true.
Okay. How did you find
But
out
she
he wasn't?
told-
How did you find out he wasn't dishonorably discharged? Did you get his
because
service
of
record?
the records.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the service records.
So
Yeah.
why did she lie about it?
I don't know.
Were they divorced?
Yeah, they were.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this was obviously her trying to influence your opinion.
yeah,
of him.
her side of the the he said, she said. Yeah.
So what was it that put you in the place? Is it when she was gone? Did you have guilt, or was it that she just did a number?
No, well, no. Actually, at the time, I was the only one that was present in her life.
I see.
Me being the only son and all this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I turned to drugs and alcohol and all that kind of shit. And
What was your drug of choice?
I think it was LSD.
Wow, that's not a good one to.
That's
one you do
Anyway.
5 times and never do it again. How many times?
Well, to me at that time it was, yeah. Anyway,
How many times did you do LSD?
oh God, every fucking weekend.
Okay, you know what they say.
When I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did a lot. Okay. All right. So you got it. And we're going to shift here in just a few minutes because I do have a couple things I want to cover. But so you went in that dark place. You got some help. Where did the help come from? How did you get out of it?
Honestly, I didn't get any help.
Okay. So did you find your way out, or are you still there?
Oh, I'm out of it because of the fact that, you know, honestly, I found out that, you know, certain people were just full of shit. And I said, you know what? This is bullshit. And I just kind of, it was kind of like you're looking at, I mean, I'm not trying to diss anybody that's ever done drugs and stuff like that and use them and stuff like that at all. I'm just looking at like that thing. I was just like it. I mean, I don't know how. I'm not trying to sound whatever. I just looked at it like this is not helping. This is not coping. This is not doing shit for me. It's just not doing anything for me. It's not helping. It's not positive. Not negative. It's just bullshit.
Did you get sick?
Gone.
Did you get sick of yourself?
Actually, no. I was actually just more pissed off at myself.
Yeah, I got sick of myself. I just got sick of the sloth. I got sick of the slothing type lifestyle, and I just got sick of being in my presence. So I just changed it. So I got mad, you know. Johnny, what real quick, just because I want to keep moving forward here. What advice would you give to Frank, who's in that position, and I'm sure you've got some words of wisdom that can help him through it. What would you say to him?
Frank, man, look, it's a mental thing. Honestly, it really is. If you want to do better, I've been down that road. I've always, like 4 or 5 times, way back when I was almost ready to just off my damn self. Dude, listen. Whatever you're going through, right here, right now, what I'm seeing on this show, don't fucking do it.
Yep, that's fair.
It's retarded. It's stupid. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it.
It's what a liberal would do. No, I don't.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. The best way, like the thing, and then I got to go, Johnny, because we got so much to do. But the best thing that I could tell you is when I was in that position, I just thought about the people who would want to be alive and aren't, and how selfish it is of me to waste it. You know, it's just self-pity and it's bullshit and it's weak. That's it. I mean, the only thing that got me through it was tough love. Is tough love.
Yeah.
That was it. And you know, that's my personality. I don't need someone to be like, oh, you baby, okay. And you know, I just fuck it.
Yeah.
Enough. End it. Johnny, I want to thank you for listen, man, I do have to go. I we gotta keep moving the show, but I listen. I love that you're calling in. I love your story. I love that you connected with Frank, and I love that you're here on the show, man. And I appreciate you calling in as just keep doing it, man. We love hearing from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, John. Hang in there, buddy.
Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye. Sorry, John, I had to cut short. I gotta keep the show moving forward. We've been trying to talk about Virginia for a couple of nights. Do you want to bring this up real quick so we can go through this?
Yeah, sure. So Virginia, a couple things happened. Yesterday, Hayden's school had a bomb threat, so that was really awesome. It turns out that it was not a current bomb threat. It was a credible bomb threat they had a few years ago when Hayden was in 6th grade, so not even in the high school. Somebody found the threat that was posted online and called it in. So they had to act on it. But I talked to the police officer when I dropped off at school yesterday, and that's what it was. So there was never any danger. But it's still the fact that your kid's school goes on a lockdown for a bomb threat. So, yay. That's always fun.
So tired of this shit. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, God, can we just get some normalcy here? Sorry.
That was really freaking bright. Yeah.
That's the one thing about the TV. I ordered some lens filters. They're called CLP, I think. Doesn't matter. They're anti-reflection, and they basically stop blue light. And it'll stop reflection on your glasses, your face, and everything else. And they're CPL filters. The second thing you want to talk about.
Oh, there was this pisses me off.
This sucks. Maybe this is too dark for tonight.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, maybe we can make fun of Greta Thunberg.
Okay, let's do that instead.
Did you see the Greta Thunberg boob picture?
No.
It's very, very, very troubling. And she basically is starting to dress like a woman, and she had this revealing top on, and like all the guys on the internet are like, oh my God, like she's got boobs, and I'm like, she's still a freaking horrible human being, and dude, she's like, doesn't she have autism severely? Liv?
I don't know.
I'm asking you. You don't know that Greta Thunberg? You don't know?
No, I don't know if she's got. Maybe she's got Asperger's. I don't know, but
Is it Asperger's or Asperger's? Doesn't matter. The whole point are people on the internet are really weird. But anyway, she's trying to put on makeup and stuff now, and good for her. You know what? I don't care. Just her and her flotilla. I don't care. But this commercial is so bad, and they cut this video. And you'll see her in different garb than she usually is in, which is usually like Vietnam war coats and Birkenstock. Here it is. There's a guy laying down on a floor of a ship, and it says Palestine on him. Wouldn't he be dead?
Wake up! Wake up! Great news! The UN and Bernie Sanders are now finally saying it's a genocide. And some celebrities in gala gowns are now mentioning you in their speeches. And some of them are even sharing stuff on their Instagram story.
Can somebody blow it up? I mean, so...
What?
I love how you just don't get anything. and it's like, it's perfect because I'm like, that's what makes it so stupid. You're trying to find logic in it. What she's saying is that if he's Palestine and she's like, wake up, Palestine, wake up. Bernie Sanders posted on his social media about you, and somebody else went ahead and said something nice. And what she's saying is they don't need that. They don't need likes. They don't need shares. They don't need, I'm going to pray for you. What they need is money. And they need to stop the war and murdering Gazans. That's
gotcha. You know who she looked like? One of Hayden's friends.
I know. That's what I was saying. I was like, she looks all hip.
The banana chick. Remember?
Wrong banana chick and wrong friend. I went back a few decades. Just kidding.
The one that ate like 8 bananas when she was over that one night.
Oh yeah, and then went into our restroom and clogged the toilet.
Yeah.
Fuck. She was a sweet kid, so I don't feel bad about that. Here's the video. These are the people who want civil war with us. Watch this shit. This is just, these people are I'm so sick of them. I'm just tired of these people. Oh, come on, dude. Really? Why are you people so fucking miserable? Can't you find happiness in anything? Tap the drum, dude. I just want someone to drive by like, you fucking losers. That's what I would do, and you know I would.
At least they're not singing.
Yeah, but the drum beat is so obnoxious.
Yeah, but at least they're not singing. I don't think my ears can handle another one of their songs.
See, Melanie says, see, my mind goes straight to fireworks. What the...
These are all signs of racism?
Liberal arts degree majors. I mean, seriously, these people. And then you've got this lady. This is the Boston City Councilor, Sharon Durkin. And she says she hasn't... She hasn't rode her bike in months because she was traumatized after somebody called her fat. Lady, that's not the reaction you should have.
That means get on your bike and ride more.
It means...
Like that.
It should be a motivation factor. Because here's the thing that I don't understand about people working out. There's progress, right? It's better than it was yesterday. If you're sore, it means muscle is growing. If you're tired, it means you worked hard. If your pants are a little looser, it's good news. If your pee is white, it means you drank enough water and your body's going to stop retaining water soon. Just find the positive, man. And maybe stop wearing 3XL coats. So, you know, I always wore a little bit smaller when I wanted to motivate myself. And Olivia does too, is you wear the size that you don't quite fit in. Don't you look pretty tonight, Olivia? You look like you're
nice save there, dear.
No, I was just going to say, you look like you're from Greece. It's the colors and you literally look like a Jew. You don't look Italian or Mexican. You look Jewish. That's funny. She doesn't look Jewish. You do. If I threw you in Israel and left you on the beach for 3 weeks, you swear to God you could pass for Jewish. Hi, Mel.
Hi, Matt, Olivia.
Hi, Mel.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you.
Friday.
How is gay North Dakota?
Well, it's very sunny and quite cool in the mornings and get very warm in the afternoon. So
is it snowing there?
Good. Hell no, it's only fucking September.
Oh, I thought you guys lived in perpetual winter in that place. I guess.
Well, I know, and that's hilarious. It's like, as the whatever, it's like, oh, we live in the North Pole. No, we don't. It is what it is.
What do you want to talk about?
Anyway,
what do you want to talk about, Mel?
I have an issue with this whole thing about. Here.
About what?
I just have to.
About what?
Collect my thought. I have to collect my thoughts for a second about why this new generation is blaming parents for the lack of feelings back in the day. And I'm like, no, parents back in the day, we didn't have to deal with feelings. Yes, we understood all of us have feelings and whatever, but we didn't kowtow to the feelings. The feelings thing is this new generation thing, which is the most thing that pisses me off the most.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, it was like, no. And now the excuse is, well, my parents didn't have the feelings and the whatever. And I'm like, excuse me? No, this is how life works. This is what you need to do. You need a job. You need to do this. This is household chores. And there's more of these posts online in the last week about, well, the feelings of our former parents. And I'm like, feelings? That didn't, yes. Yeah, we understand about your feelings, but we don't give a fat rat's ass because this is how we have to survive. This is what we do. This is what we need to progress forward. And feelings, yeah, you can have all the feelings in the world going, I don't want to do my chores. As you're feeling, you can kiss my rural American ass. Cause,
Well, but listen, we have an entire generation, Mel, of kids that were all their feelings were the number one focus. You never said no to them. It was always yes. And look what turned out. So is this generation any different? We complain about our parents too. I mean, you know, the sit back on the couch and tell me about your mom and dad was really our generation. I mean, what is this any different? Seriously, is this different? Is this generation much different than all the other generations? Every generation's fucking retarded. Am I wrong?
No, you're kind of wrong. Because, yeah,
Wow! Thanks for proving that.
Yeah, I don't fucking agree with that 100%.
You weren't a needy kid when you weren't a needy, you know, semi-adult. Like when you hit 25, you didn't have mommy and daddy issues at all.
No.
You never got mad at your mom or dad. You never said that, you know, they didn't give you what you needed.
I totally got pissed at both of them, and I'm like, but I didn't take that forward to my parenting when I had my kids. I'm like, no. And then as I got older and thought about what they were telling me, whatever, I'm like, no, you're not wrong. Well, sometimes, but not quite whatever. And didn't do I'm going to make your life better than mine was back in my day because I was oppressed and blah, whatever. I'm like,
where did you see that's pissed you off so much? Where did you see this? I mean, was this on Twitter or is this just all over the place? What is it?
It's all over the place. Like in the last week or whatever, it's just been really, really, really kind of strange. And now they're pushing it back to us older or whatever, going, oh, well, you know, you people. I'm like, no.
Liv, do you get that?
That's not how we roll.
Liv, do you get this? What she's putting a finger on? Because I'm a little confused. I'm not sure what we're saying here. Are we saying that this generation is saying that why they are in the situation they are is because we're not sensitive enough and caring about their feelings?
No, and
what do they say? Help me understand, because I don't understand.
They're saying that this generation is going, oh, well, the older generation didn't appreciate our feelings back in the day and had to adapt whatever and blaming it on.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fuck that. I mean, you know.
Exactly.
My dad was never around, and my mom, her answer was to get a coat hanger and a fucking wooden spoon. That solved 90% of her problems. I don't have any empathy for anyone who says I had a rough life. We all had shitty lives sometimes, and whatever. I don't blame my parents. I give my parents a lot of credit for who I am, and I don't blame them for anything. If my kids try to say that I wasn't sensitive enough, I'm going to hang up on them. Liv?
And that's what the problem is right now is and they're reverting it back to my generation and whatever, and my family's generation before that about our upbringing. Like we got the wooden spoon, we got the dish towel going, don't lie, don't do whatever. This is your sort. Like this is what you.
I see.
And now this is a cop out going, well, now it's because of this past whatever that they never understood. I'm like, no, it was the right way to bring people up. You guys are fucked because no, it's not. There's no. Yeah.
Let me make sure I understand.
We don't understand.
Yeah, let me make sure. I think I get it. I think were you surfing Mike Lynch's page? And
no.
And oh, you sure? Because his page is full of that. It's full of like estrogen-lated soy boy. My dad doesn't love me. My mom didn't hold me. It's bad. It's like it literally looks like a Freudian circus. So
yeah, no, I don't. That's not whatever. It's just my take on this little bit of conversation. Is like, no, it's not what we were brought up with and it was not a bad thing. It was like you had consequences to your actions, and if you lied, cheat, and steal, you got punished in your own house. Never mind the school sent the whatever going, yeah, this is not good. And now it's like totally turned upside down. It's the other way around. And now the parents and whatever have to defend the right way to the schools, the way the world should work. It's been turned upside down.
I
like
see what
it's
you're saying.
like
Yep.
100%. Like it's just like, yeah, but we never had that. The schools were in concert with the parents.
Oh yeah.
And now
Like,
it's
oh
the-
yeah.
it's
Oh
the-
yeah.
it's the exact opposite.
I would get beat from my principal. My principal would give me a wooden paddle. My dad
Well,
would call
my
him. My
brother-
dad would
my
cackle with glee. He's like, "Mike, you there? Yep, I am, Mr. Spear. You got the paddle? Yep. What do you think? 10 or 12 lashes?" And I'm just going, son of a bitch. These people are in cahoots.
Well, I know, and my brother got the paddle because he was that ADHD kid that back in the day there was no such thing as ADHD. He was just, I can't sit seat, I can't do like whatever, but he was, and he's extremely smart. But looking backwards, my brother got beat in school. And then when I went to high school, and of course he followed me because he's 3 years younger, and then my principal's going, "Why can't you be more like your sister?" And that threw another wrench into the whole system. My brother and I love each other and we do whatever, but what happened back in the day was not right for a lot of disciplinary shit, whatever.
Why?
But
Why
still,
wasn't it right?
It wasn't right because
Scared the shit out of me. Got
just
me
because
straight.
he couldn't sit in the seat or do whatever, and he's voiced his opinions and whatever. You know what? Yeah, back in the day, they called it. It wasn't right. So, but today's day and age, he was totally within his total rights of expressing his like displeasure of doing whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
But he is not. He's not a victim, and he never will possess himself as a victim of the whatever. He goes, no, I just need a little bit more, whatever. Yeah, discipline or whatever. Like, if it wasn't discipline, he's like, no, but it's educated and whatever. My brother now reads newspapers, like physical newspapers, which he couldn't do before. And like, he's so intelligent. It's just amazing. He's a
Most people with
bomb
ADHD
expert.
are, you know?
And they are like, he's the bomb expert, whatever.
Also, Tim
and
Pulse,
that's his
conservatives
job.
have been
He
disgusting
works
for
in
years.
potash, uranium, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he plants stuff and he does whatever. And he's,
Smart guy.
but because the education system wasn't quite the same back it was in this day and age, going, oh, well, you have to whatever. He never condemned it. And he doesn't condemn it to this day.
Well, I didn't either.
He goes, no, he says, you just put me on a different trajectory, but I still get mad that, yeah, but he did.
Right.
He got hauled in the principal's office and got beat with the paddle because that's what the punishment was if he didn't conform to whatever. I don't agree with that. But in some cases, in this day and age, I think a lot more of the paddle should be applied because
there's a fine
he's
line between
entitled-
both. There's a fine line.
Yeah.
Discipline is important.
It is.
But abuse is not acceptable, but you need to discipline
No,
people.
it's not.
Real quick, Mel. James Jurgemeyer, Kimberly and James, $20. Thank you. 51767. Mel, thank you for your donation. If you have a second, if it's okay, I'm going to go to the Ben Shapiro and Nick Fuentes video. I think every single person needs to watch because it's kind of cool. Is that okay if we do that real quick?
Yep. Of course.
I love you, Mel.
Thank
Talk to
you,
you
Mel.
soon, buddy.
I love you guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Mel Lowe, amazing human being, always adds good perspective. You guys need to watch this. We're going to end this tonight. This is a really good video, and this addresses the Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk. Like, Nick Fuentes is just going off on Tucker and Candace and defending Israel left and right on that. It's really weird to see. But I told you, I think this is going to happen more and more often. Now, he's like saying, listen, if you guys hate me now, and you're like thinking that I'm, you know, I got the letter or the phone call, and what that means is Israel called and basically said, you bow or else. He's like, you people are idiots. All of a sudden now I'm against you guys. He's like, what's wrong with you? And I just replied to him today. I said, Nick, I said, you created these people. You created this mentality that if you don't agree that Jews are horrible, then you are a Jew, or this is what you created, dude. This is your Frankenstein's monster. I think it's going to help him wake up because, man, this is a pretty interesting video. Watch Ben Shapiro here, and then we'll go out for the rest of the night.
There was literally no evidence presented that he actually was of the right. None. And believe me, there were plenty of people on the far right who hated Charlie. I mean, the Groypers, as I've said before, literally declared a Groyper war on Charlie Kirk. They declared that he wasn't sufficiently radical. It's exactly what I told Bill Maher on Friday night. He said, well, how do we know it's not the Groypers? I said, theoretically, could it be? Because before all of the evidence had come out, theoretically, it's possible. Super unlikely. And you know what I cited as the evidence? The contemporaneous conversations that the shooter had with family calling Charlie Kirk hateful. Because my point was, if you're calling Charlie hateful, that is part of a left-wing matrix of thinking. The Groyper matrix is Charlie wasn't hateful enough. He should have been more hateful. He should have been more vile toward the Jews. If only he had been, then they would have liked him.
Time to wake up, guys. Some of this, I'll be the first one to say, the conspiratard schizo thing is getting a little out of control. And that's coming from me.
Conspiratard.
There's one reason I like Nick. It's for that. Conspiratards.
I mean, it's like we are truly through the looking glass. When Charlie Kirk is assassinated, people blame Israel. I, who fought Charlie Kirk because he was pro-Israel, I'm being sad to be covering up that he was killed for this miraculous conversion. If Ben Shapiro was taken out next, and God forbid, would Israel be behind that too? I mean, that would be equally ridiculous. If it was Ben Shapiro on Wednesday, people would be saying, Israel did it. Shapiro was about to become a national socialist. Like, what? It's crazy.
Hey, everybody, I don't know if you've had a chance to go outside, and judging by the fact that you're not freaking out that there's a blood red eclipse and locusts are raining from the sky. In other news, I wanted to talk to you about Nick Fuentes, Christian white nationalist, and, as we know, Ben Shapiro, who is Jewish. The weird thing is they've been going after each other for quite a while, but not today. When legislation has failed by Democrats because they can't agree that political violence is bad, you've got Ben Shapiro on one end defending the Groyper Army, which is Nick Fuentes' people, saying that they had nothing to do with the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and then you have Nick Fuentes on the other side saying that Israel and the Jews had nothing to do with the assassination either. Both inadvertently agreeing with each other. Folks, this should give us hope. If two groups that hate each other as much as this can get along, it makes you wonder what the Democrats are doing. So it's an interesting point, because when we look at this, here is the list of all the, God, blinding me with science. Sorry, baby, I'm fixing it. I'm sorry. But if you take a look, here's all the Democrats who voted nay. And you've got the usual names on here. You know, we've got Escobar, Crockett, Ivey, Jayapal, Johnson, Kelly, Menendez, Ocasio-Cortez, Omar, Presley, Strickland, Underwood, Velasquez, Waters.
Tlaib.
Waters is there. Yep, Tlaib. And then Maxine Waters, who voted. Do you want to know what this bill's about? Do you want to hear this?
Yes.
It's about, ostracizing political violence, saying it has no place in our country, and condemning it, recognizing the sacrifice of what happened to Charlie and giving condolences and acceptance to his family and their warm wishes. That's it. And 56 of these pricks voted against it. Like, we are at a place where we may not need a civil war amongst the citizens, but, and I want to be careful when I say this, because Crowder said it really well when it came to controlled violence. And I'm going to play it for you because I really like Crowder, and I've always liked Crowder. And I get him. I get his personality. I get what he's trying to say on things. And he is calling for lawful and defensive use of violence. And I'm sure he ran it by his lawyers, so I guess I can say it too without too much worry. But here's the video. And then we're going to do our final thoughts, and we'll be back and get out of here. Here it is.
You've had the weekend. Are you less angry or more angry?
More.
Do you feel as though you've gotten the rest you need, or is it the kind of tired that sleep doesn't seem to fix? Because that's where a lot of us are here. I know. And I want to say a couple of things. Last week, some words I think could be taken out of context. And I want to be really, really clear, especially while we're at this boiling point in our country, where people may take some clips and tell you that Steven Crowder is irresponsible. He advocated violence. That's right. I am. I want to be crystal clear about that. I am advocating for lawful violence defensively that has been abandoned for years, and I want it to replace where grace was afforded before. I want to be clear. I'm not calling for anyone to go out in the street and commit random acts of violence or even targeted acts of violence. That is not what I am calling for. But I am calling for lawful violence to protect you and your own where you afforded grace to the left before.
Okay.
What does that
That's a
mean?
Very good question. I want you to imagine if somebody comes up and they slap your MAGA hat off. Is that assault?
Should be.
Yeah. And how many times do people just not touch that hat or walk away and let them steal it or pick it up and just put it back on and turn the other cheek? Lawful violence would be to put that person right in the ground as hard as you can and knock the fucking shit out of them, knock their dick in the dirt.
Basically defense.
Yeah, it's lawful violence. It's saying that instead of turning the other cheek, we are going to use defensive posture to respond with offensive counterattack. So here's an example. Somebody comes in and they pull a knife on you and they start screaming and yelling at you, and you're on the street. How many people walk away or don't get involved? If you're being threatened and you have stand your ground, the violent reaction would be to pull your firearm and put that person down. That's what he's saying. And I agree with him 120%. Like, I watch people like that guy that was in that car and he ran out and ran across the street and started running towards people. The moment that he got within a foot of me, I put my fist in his face, because he's making a violent threat. He's leaving his vehicle. He's running at me at full speed. I feel threatened. Stand your ground law. I have every right to defend myself. And I'm going to escalate his violence with more severe violence. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But we keep turning the other cheek and we get afraid and we don't do it and we just walk away and let these people continue to abuse. And I think it's high time that we start sending a clear message of enough. Enough's enough. We are going to use Yenny. I'm going to come over there and I'm going to shoot you in the face. I'm going to use my legal violence to hurt you, cat. Stop messing with my stuff.
She's on the table. She's
Can
knocking
somebody
stuff
get the
off.
cat before I kill her? Don't take that. That's my cover to my lens. Anyway, I got to agree with Crowder on this.
You've had the week.
I think I think when we come back next week, we're going to figure out about phone calls and figure out how to take them. And I think we take phone calls in a certain period of time, like Olivia said yesterday. And Hi, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Just grab it, dude. You know what I'm talking
Grab
about.
the camera cover and then the cat.
Hurry up. We got to go off the show. E-Dog, please. Grab the camera cover. No. The camera cover, son. I don't care about the cat. Ash, leave the cat alone. Listen to Dad. Seriously. Can I see the camera cover, please? And then get out. Ash, stop trying to kill the cat. Where's the camera cover? Okay.
This is our life. Ash, she needs to go on a walk. Seriously, she's like.
Just take her out in the back and just
pent
go
up
take her to the
energy.
bathroom and have her play with the blue water. Get out. Goodbye, Ash. All right. That was fun. God, you know, that animal. She is such a pain in the ass. Tell them what she does to your underwear drawer.
Yenny? Jesus.
You got to explain it.
She jumps up on our dresser. And if my underwear drawer's open, even a crack, she'll get her paw in there and she'll push it open. And then she takes her claw, she picks them up one by one, looks at him, and drops them.
I've watched this.
I have a video of it. Where's my phone?
Then send it fast. I'm going to answer the question.
Hayden, grab me my phone.
Why don't you have your phone?
Because I left it on when I picked
Hurry
up
up,
the kids.
Liv. You got to hurry up. I want to go.
grab my phone.
I'm tired. It's been a long week. That video was absolutely fake. It was a stage fight. I'm going to show you a quick video here while we're waiting
every
for
day
Olivia's.
until Trump starts violating.
This guy has burned American flags every day for like 26 days. Ethan, Mom's phone now.
Day 22 of burning the American flag every day until Trump stops violating the Constitution. And today we're looking again at the First Amendment, and not at Trump himself, but at Nancy Mace, who's definitely in his orbit, in his sphere of influence. Nancy yesterday wrote a letter to the Department of Education asking Linda McMahon, to take away federal funds from any institution that doesn't terminate teachers, professors, whatever, who justify or celebrate political violence. Now, this is coming from the same party who was super concerned about cancel culture after George Floyd's death, as many of them were making light of his suffering and death. So, usual stuff, Republican hypocrisy.
Yeah, because we're the party of hypocrisy.
Wow, dude.
Day 22 of
all we
burning
can
the...
hope is burning all that PVC is going to take its toll.
That's you.
Do you have the video?
I'm trying to find it.
Come on, Liv. I want to go to bed.
I know. I don't know where it's at.
I don't want to go to bed. I'm not going to bed. I just want to watch 24. Can you hurry, please?
I have so many videos on here.
Don't do the one from this morning.
No, not.
Do you have this? I
I
mean,
don't know
seriously,
where it's at.
I'm out of videos. Actually, I've got quite a few more, but I'm too tired. Why would you burn a flag? I mean, this is just the mental retardation of the left. We love the Constitution. We love America. Republicans are destroying it. And in order to show you this, I'm going to burn a flag. Does that make any sense to anybody? Does it make any sense to you?
No.
That's like being a log jammer. And you're like, I love my forest. I love my log cabins. I love my sawmill. In order to show you how much I do, I'm going to burn down this forest. What the fuck is wrong with people? So frustrating. Watch 24. Yeah, we're watching 24, the TV series. We're rewatching it. Liv?
Yeah,
Seriously.
I gotta find it.
Baby?
I have so many videos of the cat.
She's got like thousands of videos of the cat. This is really funny. It's worth watching. If she would hurry up and find
I don't know when it was. Hayden was there watching.
We have a really good ratio of donations to ours, and you're mucking it up.
You show the video of Hayden catching a freaking ball with her head.
I don't want to watch that. I want to watch. I was going to say that's not appropriate. I'm not going to say it.
Baseball.
Let me ask a question. If Donald Trump was here, do you think he would grab Yenny?
There we go.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I found it.
Can you send it to me right now?
Sending it.
Hurry up.
Sending it.
Let's go. This guy just burned another 2 flags. That's how long you're taking. All right. I don't have it. Hurry it up.
Texted it to you.
It's not here.
Maybe check the text string from me.
Oh, there it is. Nope. No flag. This is actually worth it, folks. We have a lot of people waiting, Liv.
It's still sending.
Mike Lynch is literally singing the Jeopardy song. He's talking. Well, don't you love that? The hypocrisy of the right. This is why they don't call in. And we're not going to change it. I love the phone calls. What we need to do is keep it. We got to keep them shorter, you know? And that's the thing. We love them. It doesn't matter. It's fun. We love taking on the phone calls. We just need to set a time limit. Like, come in, ask your question. If somebody needs help, that's a completely different situation. And tonight, we need a couple people needed to get some things off their chest. I'm fine with that. If that's what we do, that's what we do. All right, here's the video. This is my cat playing with my wife's underwear. And then after this, I'll show you the video of me doing the same thing. Usually I wear them on my head. Okay, here is the video. Here's Yeti. Here's our bedroom. And here is the underwear drawer, slightly cracked open. Are you ready? Here it is.
She tries to hide when I catch her.
They can't hear you. You got to tell them.
Oh, she tries to hide when I catch her.
So she's hiding behind the TV because she sees mom. And she knows that mom is now watching. Now she comes back because it's quiet. Look at this tiny little hole that the cat's got.
I don't know what she's eating. She's eating something.
She's like, well, that's on the floor too. There she goes. This is no shit, guys. These are our cats.
Oh, seriously.
Like, if there's America's Funniest Home Videos, this is it. She is literally a shithead. Look at this cat. This is what she does. Glenn says, well, at least it isn't a toy box drawer. No, we have a closet for that. This is our cat.
Oh my goodness. She's gonna do it.
Anyway, folks, I want to say it was a great week. It was a fun week. It was a tough week. There was a lot of emotion. We're going to close it out on Sunday. We're going to be on, and it's going to be what time? 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock is when it starts.
We'll probably start at 1:30, 1 o'clock, and we're going to cover the Charlie Kirk Memorial.
Yes.
And we're going to kind of close that chapter, and although we'll be alive. Janet says, no logic there, Matt. I don't understand. I don't know what that means. I'm too tired. I don't know.
I don't know.
But we'll be back Sunday. So please stop by, watch the memorial with us. It's probably going to be a very busy show. A lot of people are going to want to see it, and we're going to broadcast it as long as they're broadcasting. And of course they will, because RSBN will have it and everyone else will. And we'll see you then. I wanted to say thank you guys for a great week. It was a good week. I love the phone calls. It's been a good conversation this week, and we got a lot of good stuff done. Keep sharing, keep liking, keep subscribing, and thank you for taking care of us. Liv?
Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for the donations. Appreciate it.
That's it.
Have a wonderful weekend.
All right, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you guys on Sunday. God bless, and take care of each other. See you then. Bye.
Adjusting transmitter output. This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.